Test. Are we on? All right. Hello, Bearcat fans. This is Michael Bennett coming to you live from the campus of Kentucky Country Day on a beautiful, chilly night. The sun's just getting ready to go down, and it's going to be a terrific evening also for Bearcat football. We're going to take a few minutes. We've got a few special things going on tonight, and that's the reason we're coming to you early tonight. So hopefully you're able to join us at the same time that I'm talking right now. We've got homecoming tonight, as well as we're celebrating senior night. And as we look at 8 players that will be highlighted tonight, a few of them as captains, as well as a few of them that'll get some play time that hadn't seen it other times during the season. And we look forward to sending them off, hopefully with a big win. But we're going to be able to show you a couple of the players that we highlighted with Nick Gorman, who's been captain every game this season. And, of course, if you're going to be a captain on the Bearcats, you're voted not only by your players, your fellow teammates, but also your coaches. So I think that's a terrific mark and a great send-off for Nick Gorman, who's done a great job on both sides of the ball. He's been a little banged up. He's had a tough time battling injury. He fractured his back last year. A lot of the practices this year, he hasn't been able to even practice. So he's out there without shoulder pads on and putting every effort he can into this football team. The other player we're going to spotlight's a young man that came to Country Day as a junior, transferred from Trinity, named Matt Kircher. Terrific young man, and I was happy to interview both of these guys yesterday afternoon, so hopefully you'll be able to enjoy that. And plus, we've got an interview with our great coach, Tim Green. This is his final regular season as a head football coach at Kentucky Country Day. What a great tenure he's had here. Has absolutely turned his program to a successful program that's considered one of the tops in single A throughout the state of Kentucky. And then also, I'm going to be introducing the brand new coach, who's also our defensive coach tonight, brand new coach Matt Jones from Rome, Georgia, who will head up this football team for the 2012 season. So hope you enjoy these couple of clips. Stay tuned for more Bearcat football. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network. All right, Bearcat fans, welcome back to another segment of the pregame show for our final home game this year. Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day. Coach, appreciate you being again with us here.
Thank you so much.
Talk about the season. You've had a great season this year, and tell us what are you most proud of with this season?
Without question, the thing that makes me most proud of this team is the way they've all stepped up and worked together. We've had a lot of seniors that left us last year, and a lot of people were questioning if we were going to be a good team, but so many different kids have stepped up and played important roles on this particular squad that I think it's made us very balanced, and that's how we've been able to surprise some people.
Absolutely. Well, and that's a good segue regarding the seniors. You've got a great group of seniors, and what are some of the great memories you have with these seniors? Because you've had them, most of them, for 4 years now. But talk about some of the guys out there that will lose this year.
Well, one of my favorite things that I do every year, at some point, and I've already done it this year, is I love going back and taking a look at the team picture when the seniors are freshmen. And when I see how small they are and how young they look, I'm so proud of this group. If you take a picture from that year when Joey Ballback and Nick Gorman, Michael Stocker, when they were all freshmen. Michael Stocker played safety and receiver for us as a freshman, and now he's a defensive lineman and a tackle or a guard. So these kids have really grown up. I'm going to miss their attitude a lot. One thing that they never let us have is a dull moment. It's laughter in the locker room. It seems like that they have that smile at the right time, but then when we're on the field, they absolutely play hard like you would want a senior to do. So they've been a great group, and it's been fun to watch them and now to see them get the benefits that they deserve their senior year, having a great season.
Well, you had a big win last week against Caverna and got a little nervous because it seems like Caverna was really moving the ball against us in the beginning of the game. But, again, we got to a point where we really took over the game, and we dictated how that game was going to pan out and got another big win out of the team. I'm sure you're proud of that win.
Right. Anytime you can get a district win, you take it. And the fact that we were able to win 45-0, that shows where we are. Just a couple of years ago, that team beat us. And, so I was proud. They did come out and play hard. And our kids bowed their back and kept them out of the end zone. And I think that kind of woke us up. It kind of put us in a place where we realized we needed to play, and once we started doing that, I think our kids did a good job.
Well, and one of the things that you and I talked about earlier when we were in your office this afternoon is that it seems like at the beginning of the year, the offense was a little on the shaky side, and it's not all Robert's fault, even though it seems like the quarterback always gets the blame for it.
But gets the credit, too.
Exactly. But you saw some of the receivers running wrong routes, and Robert wasn't really there as far as his passing. But now after the last two games between Bethlehem and now Caverna, they've been spot on as far as receivers running the correct routes and Roberts putting it right where he should put it.
You know, as a passing team, there comes a point where you need to gel. And I feel like our team's done that, whether it's Roberts' throws, whether it's receivers running the right routes, whether it's the catches that are being made. And I do feel like the last couple of games, it's not a lack of good competition as much as it is we're playing pretty well right now. I told these kids on Monday, you're a good football team right now. And we've got to continue getting better because it's going to take a great team to win in the playoffs.
Well, on a sad note, especially with me personally, this is your last home game. And I'm sorry to see that happen, especially since I have a freshman here that has absolutely come out here and dedicated his life this fall playing for Tim Green. Talk about over the years. I mean, this program has catapulted, as far as I'm concerned, from who knows, who cares about Country Day to, wow, Country Day is a factor in this state. Talk about some of the players you've had over the years, some of the great memories that Coach Green has had here at Country Day.
You know, when people ask me for my memories in football, it very rarely revolves around a game, believe it or not. You know, we've had some great wins. We've beaten several top 10 teams. We're ranked number 6 right now. I remember the coaches and the players that I played with. And so I'm glad you asked about some of my players. I don't want to dismiss any by not mentioning them, but, you know, that first year we had 16 guys. And Chris Herrick, for instance, one of our coaches right now, was on that team. And, you know, when you take the start that those guys gave all the way through last year's seniors, we've absolutely really matured as a team. We've matured in the weight room. We've matured on the field. And, you know, like I say all the time, I haven't played one play. If it weren't for these kids doing their thing, we wouldn't have won a game. So I'm just thrilled for them and just to see where we are. I'm very proud of them.
Now, with Trimble County that we're playing tomorrow night, it's supposed to be a chilly night. I know the boys have had a good week of practice. They're a little off, but they've progressed as far as Coach Jones has told me that we keep getting better. Let's talk about Trimble County. They're a 2-7 team right now. They haven't had that much success this year, but they're a very young team. But one thing that you've mentioned to me is that they've gotten better after every game. In fact, they've done well against and scored a lot of points against Carroll County, who beat us earlier this year. So what should we expect tomorrow night?
I think Trimble County is going to come out and play hard. I believe they're going to view this as a great opportunity to have a first-rate win. They can come in here and beat the number 6 team in the state of Kentucky. That's something they can hang their hat on.
Absolutely. And
as a young team, what a way to end your season. I'm sure that coach would have nothing better than to come in here and beat us, because all winter he can remind them of what they can do. They are a hard-playing team. They have definitely gotten better. They scored more points against Carroll than we did. So we're going to have to play well. I don't think we have to be supermen. I think we can come out and do what we do and have good success on Friday night. But hopefully our kids will take this game seriously, understand that we can play well and be 8-2, and hopefully take care of business.
Well, I know. Let's talk about your head coach in the Green family. I know Beth has been a little under the weather, and in fact, we almost had a record broken by her not coming to your first game. How's she doing?
Beth's doing much better. Thanks for asking. We've had a lot of people reach out to us, and we really appreciate it. And she's certainly in a situation where hopefully she'll be here the whole game tomorrow night, and she's doing much better, much better.
Well, that'll do it for this segment for the pregame show. Coach, I can't thank you enough for letting me come here and do this all year for you. I've enjoyed it more than you'll ever know.
Thanks a lot, and go Bearcats.
That's right. Hello, Bearcat fans. Michael Bennett come to you again for the Campus Kentucky Country Day, and I am proud and happy to introduce the new coach of the Bearcats, Matt Jones. Coach, good to have you here with us.
Great to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Georgia and a little bit about your background, but give us, everybody that's out there watching, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Originally from a little town in northwest Georgia called Rome, Georgia. Played football at Darlington School, actually played for Coach Green. Got a chance to spend 4 years with him, which was a great time. 1998, we were undefeated and won the state championship in single A down there in Georgia. Went to the University of Georgia and was a community coach. at a big public school in Athens while I was there. And then I came back to Darlington, back home, and spent 7 years coaching there, where we had a little bit of success. And just fired up to be here in the Bluegrass.
Well, I know that Tim has told me a few times this year that he's implemented your defense, because you're in charge of the defense this year, and he's implemented your defense for some time now. He talks about the meetings that y'all have down in the Smoky Mountains, and that
Yes.
he learned your defense from there. And before you came on board, we were playing your defense, and it's created a lot of success on that side of the ball. So,
Well, we try to keep it very simple. Try to keep it simple for our kids and simple for our coaches, especially me. We try to get them to play fast. And, I feel like this year we've made some big strides and we're playing fast.
well, talk about your first year here at Country Day. What have you thought about the school? What have you thought about the athletic program, the football program? here?
Sure. It's outstanding. I'm actually the director of auxiliary services, so I'm in charge of all the rentals, field rentals and outside rentals. I'm also working with Coach Green in the athletic office, working with all the physicals and anything else, bus requests, things like that. So that's sort of my 8 to 5, my 9 to 5. And then obviously coaching, it's just been a great experience. Coach Green has brought this program so far. When he started, there were 16 kids out for football. And then we've grown and grown, not only to a local, powerful powerhouse, but to a state-ranked team who's heading into the state playoffs, hopefully with an 8-2 ranking.
Well, I know how well the defense has done in the ranking as far as the state with the defense this year, and the job that you've done with them. Unfortunately, with a few touchdowns that we gave away to Holy Cross, for instance, I know our ranking would be much higher, number 2, if not number 1, as far as fewest points against us. And so you've done a phenomenal job on the defensive side, so I congratulate you on that. And tell us about your coaching style. What will we look forward to for the next 100 years that you're going to be here at school?
Absolutely. Well, one thing, is the strength and conditioning program is a tremendously important part of any successful program. We're going to work on, things we could do to build mental toughness and physical strength in our kids. Coach Green's done a great job. Chad Pinkston does an outstanding job with our strength program. I'm just going to sort of fill in where I can and help Chad. But that's one big thing that we're going to work on. Just as far as my coaching style, we've got some great coaches here already. So the things that they're doing are outstanding. And all I'm going to do is just try to keep the ship going down the line.
That's right. Well, this is something we've implemented all year as far as doing iHigh on the internet. Is that something you're hoping to keep up with next year as well?
Absolutely. Kevin Stammerman does an incredible job, and the voice of the Bearcats, Michael Bennett, does an incredible job, and Jeff Holbrook, the whole crew. And I'll tell you what, I look forward to going home on Friday night, even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to turn on and I'm going to watch it till I fall asleep.
Well, I hate to tell you, I don't look forward to it because I can't stand hearing myself on the internet.
I'll tell you what, it's a special thing, and when people in Rome, Georgia, and my dad in Magnolia, Texas, and other people can get on there and watch the game, that's really cool.
Well, I tell you, I've appreciated you. You've kind of taken me under your wings this year as far as sitting me down, kind of preparing me for each ball game, and I cannot thank you enough. And it's really been a special season this year. And I want to be the first one to welcome you as the head coach of the Bearcats, as well as a long, successful stint here with us.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Bearcat fans. Michael Bennett come to you with a couple of the seniors this year, Matt Kircher, Nick Gorman. I'm proud of both of y'all. Y'all have had a fantastic year. And Nick, I've called your name several times this year. You had a great ball game the other night, especially on defense, with 6 solo tackles and 1 assistant, so a total of 7 tackles. And Matt, you've had a tremendous year as well. Talk about some of your memories here at Country Day, because y'all have been here for a little while, and you've been a part of the football program at least for all 4 years here at Country Day. Tell me a little bit about some of the big, great memories you have here at Country Day, Matt.
Man, one of my favorite memories was last year when we had our first home playoff game. Just going out there in front of all the fans, just being able to perform. It was a real fun time. So that was awesome. It was a really great feeling.
Nick, tell me a little bit about some of the memories you have here, because you've been a starter since you were a freshman. Matt, is that true for you as well?
No, I just came here last year.
Last year's your first start, and you were a starter since you were a freshman, Nick. Talk a little bit about some of your memories.
I'd say one of my favorite ones was my first game I started down in Paris, Kentucky, and it was real nerve-wracking. I remember the first play of the game, it was a run play to my side, and I was really excited. I was about to make my first varsity tackle. And I just got knocked out by this receiver coming down to block me, and it hit me hard. It was a solid introduction to high school football. But after that, we settled down. We upset them in that game, and I loved the way the fans traveled to the games, and there's so much support, and it was just really great atmosphere.
Well, I know your parents travel to all the games, because I certainly can't miss your dad's voice the whole time I'm up there trying to talk over his voice. But I love you, Dad. Your mom's been a big part of this team as well. She's been nice enough to take a lot of the pictures throughout the year. So we always want to put a big thank you out to your mom, Tammy. So she's done a great job. And I certainly do appreciate your family from Mattery that sent me a whole bunch of snacks, trying to lose weight. And daggone if I don't get a whole box of chips from them and a whole pack of beer. But probably shouldn't talk about that. But now, you've had a great year this year. You're 7-2. You're going to host a playoff game next year. You know, and it's going to be hopefully pretty much a practice game tomorrow night. Trimble County is a good team. They've been improving every game. What do y'all know about Trimble County? Matt, why don't we start with you?
Mainly just they play hard every play. They're just going to come at. They're going to hit you. They're going to hit you, and you just have to be prepared for that. So that's really what I've been practicing on this week, just being prepared for those cut blocks and stuff, just getting myself ready. So.
Nick, how about you? What have you learned about Trimble County this week that we need to get prepared for?
They have a really good running back and a really good quarterback. I asked Coach Jones, I remember Monday, I think, and I asked him how their running back was, and he said he's really good at reading the holes, he runs hard, and he's going to be tough to stop. So our defensive focus, I'd say, is probably to stop him first and foremost.
Well, what are you looking forward to next? What's going to be the next step? We've got a playoff game, most likely against, help me, Fulton County from down in western Kentucky around Paducah. So have y'all started working on the playoff games yet?
We've gone over some defensive formations, just putting those in, but really we haven't really focused on very much. But that'll come next week, so it'll be one game at a time.
Exactly. I know that's what Coach Green would want to hear you say. So, well, I wish both of y'all the best of luck. Again, I appreciate the opportunity watching both of y'all play this year. It's been a real pleasure, because I know you had to fight through a lot of things this year with injuries. And Matt, I appreciate you coming over from Trinity and joining us here at Country Day. So that'll do it for this segment. We'll see you tomorrow night and look forward to a big win. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome back, Bearcat fans, and I'm honored by having a special guest here tonight. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Stephen Millar from the Fort Campbell base. Appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Great having you, Steve. Tell us a little bit about, you're going to be the captain for tonight's game, one of the honorary captains.
Honorary captains, myself and Command Sergeant Major Frank McFadden are here. We spent the whole day with KCD. Spent some time with the world history classes. I got to read to the kindergartners. I read a Halloween book. It was great. The kids had a lot of great questions, and I was really impressed with the quality of the students today.
Absolutely. Well, we all know, especially the people out there that are watching this right now, all know what a terrific school this is. And we certainly do appreciate you joining us up here for a couple of minutes and being with the kids today at school.
Yeah,
so
well, I want to get down there on the field with the team, and I want to be down there with the men.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate you wanting to come here. But
thank you very much.
Thank you for everything you do for this country. We certainly do appreciate all the special forces, as well as all the people that wear the military uniform day in, day out, because I know it's a 24-hour job.
Yes, it is. Thank
So,
you very much.
well, thank you for coming up here, Steve.
Appreciate it, sir.
Best of luck to you, and root on the Bearcats for us.
Bearcats.
All right. Take care, Steve. Well, with that, we're going to take a break. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network. All right, Bearcat fans. 34 minutes before kickoff, Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day, home of the Bearcats. Our last regular season home game, and unfortunately also sad to mention this is our last regular season home game with our coach, Tim Brown. What a great job he's done here. And hopefully we give him a great tribute tonight with this ball club, with hopefully a win. And also a great tribute with all the things we've tried to say about him. He's just done an incredible job. You cannot say enough. He's brought this program to where it's recognized statewide, not just metropolitan city of Louisville, but also statewide. You know, we've got the highest rankings we've ever received, and we've got just a great group of young men out there. Not only are they great football players, but have performed well. But it's just a great tribute to Coach Green, what a job he's done with mentoring these young men into becoming great students and great young men. So he's done an incredible job, and I'll say personally, I am sorry to see him leave as head coach. Now, he will be still remaining the head athletic director for the school, but I'm sorry to see him leave. So, Coach Green, we certainly do appreciate everything you do for this football team, for this school of Kentucky Country Day that we are on. So, joining me now is my good friend, Jeff Holbrook. Great to have you here, Jeff.
Hey, it's a great night for football. I didn't know you were getting on early, Michael. I feel bad.
Story of my life, but
yeah.
That's all right. We wanted to make sure that we do a lot of the senior nights, and but Jeff, this has been a great season. You know, this is our last home game. We will have a playoff game next week that we'll host here at Country Day, but let's talk about last week's game. We had a pretty dominating game against Caverna. Quite honestly, a little worried in the beginning because we didn't get things going right offhand and let Caverna just run the ball down the field. But without that turnover, I'm a little concerned they would have scored. But we were able to come out, and when we've come out early and succeeded as far as scoring first, and we've set the tone for the game, we've come out with wins both times.
Yeah, that's right. It was, as you said, sort of a shaky start, but boy, we turned things around and just absolutely dominated the rest of that game. So it was good to see that. And hopefully we can come out, as you said, and stick it to these guys. The Raiders. Just win, baby.
That's right. Well, the great tribute to a great coach there as well. But with the seniors we've got tonight, let's kind of go through a few of those guys because we certainly have a great list of seniors. Yeah. Between Keith Miller, who is first year playing football, Joey Ballback, who started as a freshman and has played almost every game without the injury, unfortunately, to his wrist. And he was supposed to play last week, but the doctor said as long as he put that cast on, he'd be able to play as soon as they got the cast off, without any doubt. But unfortunately, things changed there. You got Marcus Fluellen.
Yep.
Nick Gorman, just like Joey Ballback, has started every year he's been at Country Day. Started as a freshman. Peter McKay, Michael Stalker, Denny Fortney, and Matt Kirchner, who came over here from Trinity as a junior, and has really contributed as well. So
there's a nice mix here, Michael, of student athletes that have come through KCD hallways for a long time. Lifers, so to say. And then you've got your mix of guys who just came in within the last 4 or 5 years. You've got, Peter McKay came as an 8th grader. You got Keith Miller came over as a junior. Marcus Fluellen came over as a sophomore. Michael Stalker entered his freshman year after being an Anchor alum. And Matt Kircher, as you just said, came over from Trinity as well. So what a great mix.
Well, the part I like is that some of these players came over sophomores and juniors, and they've been immediately accepted by the team here.
Our team does a great job of that. Our whole community does a great job of that.
You can see the players are headed up to the locker room. We've got 29 minutes until kickoff, but we've got also lining up the senior parents, and I'm sure they're looking forward to getting out there, sending off their young men for their final game here on the campus of Country Day. As as a Bearcat. So a little mixed emotions there, I'm sure. Happy to see him graduate, but also sad to see him graduate. You grow up here. You mentioned lifers, and my kids have been here since junior kindergarten, and you do want to see him grow up, but on the other hand, you always want to keep him your little baby. And,
That's right.
But with that, we're going to take a break. Come back for more Bearcat football. This is Michael Bennett, Jeff Holbrook joining me.
This game is being streamed by 852FX on iHi.com because of the Verizon 4G LTE hotspot. Thanks to the Verizon wireless connection, 852FX has streaming services where a landline will not reach. Now, 852FX offers streaming broadcasts as well as edited team videos and player profiles.
Matt Kircher and Nick. Welcome back, Bearcat fans. 28 minutes till kickoff, and we're coming to you a little early tonight, specifically because a couple of reasons. Number one, it's senior night, last regular home season game here for the Bearcats, and then also it's homecoming. So I hope you're able to enjoy this special event. If you're not able to watch it live with us, you're able to watch it for the next week as they replay it on iHi.com and 852FX.com. Certainly do appreciate those guys, and Kevin Stammerman, who's done a terrific job here. And out there at the midfield, you can see Coach Green speaking to the head coach of the Trimble County. So waiting for just a few things to happen. Jeff, going back to last week's game, one thing that I've noticed between start of the season and now as we're maturing as a team, of course, we're still pretty much a fairly young team with sophomores and juniors predominantly out there on the field, but I've noticed that the receivers as well as the quarterback are starting to really click, it seems, at the right time.
Well, they're great talents, and the more you practice together, the better you're going to get. And when you've got Robert Schultz and you've got Jordan Duff and you've got Khalil Wilson and then Jacob Corey as that tight end, as you were talking about last week, the fastest guy on the team. Who would have thought that?
Well, a bit of a surprise there.
You know, those guys have really stepped up and just had incredible second halves of the season.
Well, and that's one of the things that Coach Green and I talked about when we made our weekly meeting this week, is that the receivers are starting to run the correct routes. The quarterback's starting to really spot on throw that ball to the receivers. And it's really been a lot of fun to simply watch those guys play.
Yeah.
I think a really nice compliment as well. One of the papers that I receive is the Cat's Paws, which is the University of Kentucky publication. But they had a great article that, in huge highlights, put Kentucky Country Day on the board out there, which a lot of people throughout the state aren't familiar with this school. Of course, we are a single-A team based in Louisville, but we're kind of behind the Trinities, the St. X's, and the larger private schools. So it's nice to see them write a nice article about the school, Tim Green, as well as Robert Schultz.
Yeah, that is great to get that kind of press. Most of us, or most of the community, would think of us as being great feeders for your Division III programs, but it's nice when we get that talented athlete that can actually play at the Div 1 level. And we've had them in other sports that might not be, your marquee sport like a football. And
right.
Now that we've got, Robert, and who knows what will happen with Jordan Duff, and maybe some people will get a look at Khalil and Jacob Corey. And that's going to be great headlines for us.
You can see Joey Ballback coming out on the field.
Well, I about yelled for Joey. I don't think the group would have liked that. But
again, Joey's played since he was started as a freshman, so he's played every year since he's been in upper school here at Country Day. Well, going back to the article within the Cat's Paws, as the head of admissions, Jeff, I'm sure you like to see that kind of publication really pushing our school here.
Well, that's great publicity. There's no question about that. But what's even better for our school is that guy walking across the field, number 34, Joey Ballback. I had a chance to coach him my very first year here at KCD. A great family. Taught Joey 7th grade math. Great kid, great family. And then follow that up with another one. Denny Fortney, another great family. his mom works in our library quite a bit. Just
Oh, really?
volunteers
I
her
didn't know
time.
that.
Oh, yeah, she does so much for the school. And, not to go back, but, Catherine Ballback's a teacher at our school, and
Yes.
Anna's what is she, a 7th grader now at our school?
Yes,
And then, you've got Denny's brother Perry, who's a freshman. Here's another family. You got the Flewellen family who just recently entered our school. What is this, 3 years now? Yes, if Marcus has been came over as a sophomore, and his sister Kristen and his brother Marvin, the namesake of the father there. Just another great family. So this, boy, I wish we could get this out as our admissions video.
Absolutely. Well, and Marcus had a big game this past Monday night for the JV team. He doesn't get to play much on the varsity team other than special teams, and I will tell you, Coach Green made it certain that I make it very clear how Marcus has been the top player on the special teams. He's done fantastic tackles.
Yeah.
And then you got number 42, Nick Gorman, coming out here. Again, like Joey Ballback, started since he's been a freshman, have his family up here from Metairie, Louisiana. And they were nice enough to bring us a special surprise, which you don't know about.
Oh, okay.
Brought me a king cake and you a king cake all the way up from New Orleans.
That's so nice.
So, which I think is just incredible. Great to meet those people. They've just really been become a quickly part of this Bearcat family. So
that's right.
Here comes Matt Kirchner. Matt Kircher, who transferred here as a junior from Trinity. That's one of those guys that Coach Riscotti says, thank goodness he came here, because he's just been extremely productive on the football team.
Oh, and he's much happier as a student here at the school. He just has really blossomed here at KCD. I didn't get a chance to talk much about Nick Gorman. When he came out, I think the world of that family as well, and my opportunities to teach him and coach him have just been a joy. And you listen to where these kids are looking to go to school, Michael. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at it. You've got 3 potential math majors there. It's engineering schools. Here's Peter McKay that just came in here as an 8th grader. The family moved in from the East Coast. I believe it was Connecticut, if my memory serves me right.
I believe you're right.
And his sister Diana is a junior at the school, and they've logged in. And boy, the growth in Peter as a player and just a young man has been amazing to see.
Keith, who is coming out of the tunnel right now, this is his first year playing football. He's been one of the basketball players for a time with Coach Booker, but it's really good to see him out here. You can tell he's an athlete, especially since this is his first year and been able to be a producer out there on the field.
Yeah, his quickness and speed just bring a lot to the table. You can make some mistakes when you've got that kind of makeup speed and makeup quickness, and Keith's been a great addition to the school too.
Michael Stalker, he's been a big producer as well. You can't say enough of what he's done on the line, what he's done offensively. He's been able to step it up, fill it in for some injuries out there, and done a great job. So it's sad to see him go as well.
Well, I remember Michael Stalker walking in the. Look at that. What is that? 6 engineers out of this group? That's outstanding. I know Michael came into the log cabin where the admissions office used to be, and if you would have told me that day that Michael Stalker would have had the senior football season that he had,
yes,
I'd have had a hard time believing it.
Right.
The growth as a young man that he's had, the growth is physically he's had, it has been incredible too. I mean, guys hit the weight room. He's changed who he is because of his experience at KCD.
Well, and I think one of those things that's happened, especially a good example with Denny Fortney, is Club 10. And so with Club 10, it's allowed him to be able to come out and become a starter when he wasn't really playing much. So sorry for the distraction. My father's out there yelling.
Is that who it was? Good for him. He deserves it.
But
he can yell all he wants.
But he's done a great job. Well, we're going to take a break. And with that, let's take the photo op. I apologize. Thank you, Kevin Stammerman. Again, we got Kevin Stammerman doing all the film work for us here. Does a fantastic job if you ever need somebody to come out and take care of your athlete with filming and any kind of promotional items for your athlete. He does an incredible job out here. You know, he's done this all season for us with only one camera, and it's just an incredible job that Kevin. Kevin, we certainly do appreciate everything you've done for this Bearcat Nation. So, but there you go, all the seniors out there. Good to see them out there celebrating their last home game of the regular season. Of course, we'll have one playoff game guaranteed, and then hopefully we'll be headed down to the Paducah area, down on the far western side of Kentucky for our second playoff. So with that, we're going to take a break. This is Kentucky Country Day, Bearcat football.
Out there and hopefully pass completion. He's getting it very deadly. Oh, it's complete! Down to the 1 yard line. He might have missed it. Touchdown, Bearcat! Khalil Wilson, number 88.
All right, Bearcat fans, 16 minutes left till kickoff. Bearcats versus Trimble County tonight. Trimble County, if you're not familiar, is just up the road towards Cincinnati. You got Jefferson County, Oldham County, Henry County, and then Trimble County. It borders the Ohio River. And almost not quite halfway up there. Carroll County's about halfway up towards Cincinnati. But young team, mostly freshmen out there. And one thing that Coach Matt Jones said is that Jeff, they've improved every game. Now, they played Carroll County last week. They lost to them 42-26, but they scored 26 points against them. And, again, like I said, it's mostly freshmen out there. They have a couple of seniors, a few more of the juniors, and not very many sophomores as well. But last week, I think the amazing part to me, Jeff, is that the Bearcats only had 24 offensive plays the whole game.
Is that right?
And
had a pretty good average, I'm assuming, on the yards per play.
Exactly. So I think one of the amazing things, when I talked to Coach Green this week, is that I asked him about his memories over the years being the head coach here. And one of the things he said first off, he remembers a young coach that was part of his assistant staff named Jeff Holbrook. And evidently some big play was getting ready to happen, and they weren't sure what to do. It was fourth down. And he said that, listen, guys, nobody wanted to come up with a decision. He said, listen, guys, I make $9,000 here as coach, and I'm going to make the decision now. He said for 2 minutes, nobody said a thing after he said that. Finally, Coach gets on the headphones and says, "Listen, guys, I don't make that much. I was just kidding," because all the assistant coaches thought they were getting shafted by not getting any kind of pay or very little pay, and he thought he was. They thought they were. Coach Green was taking most of the money, but
yeah, I'll add the memory of that. He says that over the mic. It was quiet for a second, but then I said, "You make $9,000? Really? We need to talk." I don't know if I said that exactly, but I do remember saying, "You make $9,000?" And then it kind of, everybody starts laughing after that.
Well, I thought
we
that
never
was
let
funny.
him down. We never let him live that one down. We give him the business for that.
Well, Jeff, you were one of the staff members on his football teams
Sure.
in the early season. Talk about some of the memories you have with Coach Green.
Oh, boy. Coach Green and I coached together, 3 years, I believe. I was the defensive coordinator for him. Wide receivers coach, tooled around in the defensive backfield and the linebacking core with him. Just enjoyed working with him. This is the third head coach that I had worked under. He was by far the best coach at keeping his staff with no foul mouths. I came,
which is unheard of.
In which I was always the best one, and
Were you really?
Oh, I really was. And I got up here, and boy, not one four-letter word would fly out. I remember my first year as a defensive coordinator. I cursed in the headset. I felt terrible. I was like, "Oh no, I didn't just do that." And I came up to Tim after the game, and I apologized. He's like, "Hey, listen, that happens in a game. It wasn't like you were, berating a kid or berating me about it. It was just you were passionate about what was happening, and it slipped out. But, he's reasonable, and by no means has that ever been a huge issue. It's just sort of a given. You respect the people around you, and you're a stronger man when you can find better words than those four-letter words. And
exactly,
that's something I've always believed in, but I've never coached around other people who sort of agreed with me. So it was really nice to jump on Coach Green's staff for particularly that specific reason.
I think one of my fondest memories with Coach Green is he kept asking me, "Is Max going to play, my son? Is Max going to play? Is Max going to play?" And I said, "I have no idea." And Max came out and said, "I don't know. I know Coach Green, but I don't know him. Is there a chance we can just get together with him and sit down?" And Tim came out and says, "Absolutely. Let me take you to lunch, and let's sit down and talk about it." One of the things that Coach Green, just like you said, made clear to me after he met with Max is that, "Michael, I don't put a lot of pressure on these kids. Now, I think there is a time and place for it, but you're not going to hear any kind of foul language come out of my mouth. These kids are a lot smarter." Not just in school, but also on the football field. And you don't want to degrade them. And I think that's a great tribute as how he brings up those young men into men. And they're definitely ready when they graduate from the school, not only academically, but also as individuals. And I think that's the best tribute of all with Tim Green. And all the assistant coaches know that as well. So anyway, but I remember when he came out as the athletic director and football coach, and my wife knew who he was because she went to Vanderbilt, he went to Vanderbilt, and so I thought, wow, what's going on here? And so she distinctly remembers Tim, and of course I've always known him from a distance, but this year I've told him, I bet 3 or 4 times this week, how much I appreciate the opportunity to do what we're doing today, and how much I've appreciated being with you, Jeff, and getting to know you. But it's been terrific getting to know these coaches, and I consider it a real honor. And it's been a lot of fun. We've had a great. Of course, it makes it a lot more fun when you have a good season too.
You better believe winning helps that sort of thing.
That's how. Sure. Bearcats are getting ready to come out. Excuse me. We got about 10 minutes left till kickoff.
Just to add to one other thing that you sort of the memories of, and this won't end, but just being a part of Coach Green's family, his wife and his daughters. They've had us over to the lake and brought our family in as we were new to the city. So we'll always appreciate that, and we'll always remember that part of not necessarily on the field relationship, but that's what life's all about. It's not necessarily just relationships and where you are. It's
absolutely
all across the board.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Beam was nice enough to put together some team notes to me tonight. For the 2011 season, KCD beefed up its schedule playing much larger schools. The theory was to improve its strength of schedule and to better promote the school with its high-profile players in the Kentucky's largest media market, which is Jefferson County. Trimble County is a 2A school, as I mentioned, located just north of Oldham County, bordering the Ohio River. KCD has defeated 5 higher classification or larger schools this season, 5 of them. Trimble County hopefully be the 6th one. Previous record was for KCD was 2 wins against 2 larger schools. Now we'll have 6 this season. It would have been unimaginable 10 years ago for KCD to play and compete against much larger Jefferson County schools, such as Wagner, Iroquois, Shawnee, and Atherton, who we've beaten this year. These 4 wins have clearly raised a lot of eyes in Jefferson County, particular KCD alumni eyes, since schools such as Wagner are very familiar to many people rather than playing in a very small, similar-sized school to KCD located in a lot more remote areas to where we are. So it's been, I think, a great tribute to Coach Green, how he's brought this and raised this level of football here with incredible success. All right, captains for tonight's game. Definitely all our seniors. It's going to be number 23, Jordan Duff. Number 40, Marcus Fluellen. Number 76, Matt Kircher. And number 42, Nick Gorman. Captains for tonight's game for Trimble County. Number 20, Stuart Barnes, who's a 6'2", 195 senior. Number 22, Kyle Sparks, who's a 5'8", 145 pounds junior. Number 88, 5'8", 200 pound junior, Trent Taylor. And number 53, am I right? Number 53, I thought that's what it said. I'm not seeing a 53 here right now, but we'll get his number in a minute. But hopefully we'll get the ball quickly and move forward and get some points on the board immediately. You can see our honorary captain out there from the Special Forces. Been here all day on the campus of Country Day, and Steve's done a great job. He certainly made an effort after we were off camera to say that how much he complimented the students here and how they all came up to him and said, thank you for coming, and yes, sir, no, sir, and asked intelligent questions. And he really enjoyed being out here on the campus all day and is really looking forward to the ball game as well. So we certainly appreciate him being here tonight.
Well, and shout out to Chris Bryce. I believe he's the one who started this relationship with the Fort Campbell
Absolutely.
Group, and really works hard to develop the community service piece that goes along with the families of the soldiers that are here while their spouses are overseas. Families have to be here, whether that's the husbands or the wives, whoever, they're here, and it's been a great situation.
Well, Trimble County's won the toss. We'll be back for kickoff. This is being brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet. This is Bearcat Football.
You're watching a live broadcast on IHI by 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
One, two, three, come on now. Let's get it funky.
852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
Well, they're adding a couple of minutes to the game clock. We're going to take a couple extra minutes here as we await the Bearcats to come out onto the field. Tonight's game's being brought to you by a special person named Patricia Bennett, Tony Bellucci, Heather Poole, Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team, protecting and growing clients' money. Obviously, I'm a little related to her. She will be the prettiest financial advisor you've ever met. I will admit that one, but she does a great job. So hopefully anyone interested in speaking to a Financial advisor, give Patricia a call. Here come the Bearcats. Just a little over a minute left till kickoff. Online. We're offline. See you later. Nice having you here. All right, we're back online, ready for the kickoff, just in time. Tonight's game's being brought to you by iHigh.com and 852FX Sports Video and Live Streaming. Number 25, David Holtgrave. Beautiful kick all the way back to the 2-yard line. He's out to the 10, out to the 15, to the 20. He's out to the 30. David Holtgrave right there. Nice tackle by David. Touchdown save and tackle. Ball's going to be marked right about the inside the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Trimble County. Nice little save there, Jeff.
Yeah, that was. It looked like he broke around the outside there. That's not supposed to happen. I'm not sure who the wide man is on our kickoff team, but that's cardinal sin. He's letting someone outside of you.
Correction, the ball's going to be marked on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Trimble County definitely is a lot better, as Coach Jones will tell me. Fumble on the play right there. It's going to be tackled by Nick Gorman. Great tackle by the senior. Ball's going to be taken all the way back to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. And about 14 for Trimble County.
Fumble snap there resulted in a loss on the play.
Trimble County starts 2 quarterbacks. They've got number 22, Kyle Sparks, and number 11, TJ Payton. So they run a power eye. They run a couple of different offenses. They like to keep the ball the whole game. And what team doesn't? But they like a lot of plays. Going to be tackled by a host of Bearcats out there. He's going to get a gain of about a half a yard.
Back. Emilio is fired up.
Well, I know they're trying to save Emilio for our first home playoff game next week, so I'm not sure he'll be playing too much tonight, but ball will be placed on the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down 12 for Trimble County. One thing that they do, Jeff, Trimble County that is, they go for it on 4th down. They don't have a kicker. Even when they score a touchdown, they will go for 2. So no kicking game with this Trimble County squad. So he's not going to go for much of a game, about 2 yards. It's going to be 4th down. I have a feeling they're going to kick here. They don't want to give the Bearcats the ball right here with its 4th down long. Nice stop right there. That's one thing Coach Jones was a little concerned about, that this team would really hold on to that ball and keep it moving. I certainly want to have a shout-out to Coach Jones' dad, Philip Jones, down in Magnolia, Texas. Hope you're listening to us tonight. You got a great son. I look forward to him coaching here for KCD for a long time. Little miscue there. Khalil Wilson's got the ball. He's out to the 15, to the 20. Nice tackle right there. He gets it out about the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. This first down is being brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet. Well, as usual, Coach Riscotti has the first 7 plays scripted, so they know exactly what they're going to do these first few series. Hopefully we get some quick first downs and score quickly.
Or 7 straight touchdowns. We'll take that.
Who wouldn't?
Big hole.
Isaiah's got it.
Oh.
Gain about 2 yards right there. It'll be 2nd down for the Bearcats. No score if you're just joining us. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Trimble County took the ball first. Went 4 plays the wrong way and punted. The Bearcats got the ball on their own 28-yard line. Isaiah had to gain about 3 yards at 2nd down, 7 for the Bearcats. Robert Schultz out there waiting for Coach Riscotti's play. Got 3 wideouts to the opposite side and 1 lone one here. Isaiah Brents is a lone setback. He's out to pass. It's complete! to number 84, Jacob Curry, who's the fastest player on this team. That's going to be good for a first down, Bearcats. This first down is being brought to you by 852 FX Sports Video and live streaming and iHigh.com. Nice pass right there, Jeff.
Yeah, good to see him roll out to his left, to the trip side, which means 3 receivers up top. Robert rolled that way. They flood the zones, and Jacob was in the intermediate zone at about 15 yards. Great play. We've seen that a lot this year.
Beautiful pass. Right back out there to Jacob Corey. He's going to be tackled by number 7, Dusty Wilston, or Weisboro. Dusty's a 5'7", 140-pound freshman for Trimble County. Great gain right there. Ball's going to be marked on the 45-yard line of Trimble County. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
Similar route combinations right there, but out of play action and rolling to his right.
That was the one thing that was surprising to me, because I know that Coach Green's been proud, and Riscotti as well, have been proud of the balanced offense that they've had this year. And they won't see quite the passing numbers that they have last year. Isaiah Brents with the run right there. He's all the way down to the 30, down to the 25. He's moving those legs. He's going to be tackled by number 7, Dusty Weisboro again. Forced out of bounds. Ball's going to be marked on the 25-yard line of Trimble County. But that was one of the surprising things, that they've been so proud of this balanced offense. And then last week, it was primarily pass, pass, pass. And they felt like they would have a lot more success with their passing offense, opposed to doing a more balanced and running it a lot as well.
Well, Isaiah Brents continues to run well, so that bodes well for our balance in the future.
Fumble on the play. Going to be down right there for about a loss of 1 yard by Robert Schultz. Not sure if that was some sort of miscommunication as far as the snap count or what there, Jeff.
I couldn't tell. We don't have the luxury of the replay.
Why don't we?
Yeah, come on.
What kind of school is this? Kevin Stammerman, our cameraman, says it'll be here by next season. I hope you're right, because we certainly will be here next season. But you got Tommy Stafiri, lone setback. Good to see him back in playtime, because he's been a significant factor with this football team when he's been out there. It's going to be a pass. It's complete. Oh, just incomplete. Intended for number 88, Khalil Wilson. Little high for him, but he got both hands on there. Might have, should have had that one.
Yeah, that would have been a great play. Good throw, good route, just missed.
Ball remains on the 26-yard line of Trimble County. It's now 3rd and 11. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. No score yet. Michael Bennett alongside me, Jeff Holbrook, the king of admissions for Kentucky Country Day. A man that would never admit me to the school, I'll tell you that one. Robert Schultz is back to pass again. And it's going to be just a little out of reach there. Intended for number 23, Jordan Duff. It's going to be 4th down. Number 25, David Holtgrave, checks in for a, 36, 42, 43-yard field goal. Should be pretty much a chip shot for him, I think, Jeff. Number 88, Khalil Wilson holds the ball for him. Got a little miscommunication as far as the lineman coming in. But 79, Perry Fortney checks in.
This is a 48-yarder.
It's good!
Wow.
Beautiful kick by David Holtgrave. And with that, the Bearcats take the lead. 6:53 left in the first quarter. It's 3-0. We're going to take a break, come back for more Bearcat football. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network. Well, with 6:53 left in the first quarter, Bearcats take the lead with a beautiful 48-yard field goal by David Holtgrave.
At the high school level, Michael, that's incredible. I mean, you don't get high school kickers knocking 48-yarders. We have been so fortunate here at KCD.
No, you don't.
The last, since I've been here, 7 years at least, of having incredible kickers. You know, Coach Beam doing a great job. Now, obviously, he's been granted some talent, but still, he's doing something right.
Well, David checks back in for the kickoff all the way down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be returned. He's out to the 20. Oh, what a tackle right there by number 42, Nick Gorman. Just levels him at the 25-yard line of Trimble County. It's going to be 1st and 10. Coach Sullivan's here telling me that last 48-yard kick for David Holtgrave made David Holtgrave the longest kick for Kentucky Country Day for a field goal. So eclipsing the kick by Campbell Brewer, which was also tied last week by David Holtgrave. So that's the longest. Now David Holtgrave has the record. So
but he snapped it 7 yards back. You go from where the ball is.
Run right there was by number 88, Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor gets a gain of about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down for Trimble County. They're on their own 29-yard line. Amelia Zayas with that tackle. I'm a little surprised Emilio's here. Coach Green said he was going to try and reserve him, get him to rest, and get that stinger that he received last week a little more rest as well. So it's going to be another run play. Tackle right there is Nick Gorman again with one of the assists, as well as Denny Fortney and who's that, Ben Rice, I believe. Gain of about 2 yards. Brings the ball out to the 31-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down 4. Again, Trimble County runs that wishbone offense. They'll run power, run blast, which is 2 blockers leading. And they're going to run it again and just put down by a host of them.
Dalen Norris.
Dalen, that's who it is.
Corey together, just a wall.
Well, that's what the defense has done. They succeeded 2 times in a row. They've done a great job so far, not allowing them to get any kind of momentum going. So this is great by the defense early. So it's going to be 4th down. 4:50 left in the first quarter. Back to receives number 32 Keith Miller and number 88 Khalil Wilson. Oh, it's going to go all the way back. Nice booming kick all the way back to the 12-yard line. Keith's going to pick it up. He's out to the 20 and a fumble. It's going to be recovered by Trimble County. So, not what we want to see right now. 4:32 left in the first quarter. Number 7, Dusty Weisborough, freshman for Trimble County, recovered that ball. So, unfortunately, the defense comes back out here on the field, not the offense. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for Trimble County on their Bearcat 24-yard line. If you're just joining us, Bearcats are leading 3-0 by a 48-yard David Holtgrave field goal, which set a record for KCD. No gain right there. Who led that tackle?
Sample, I believe.
Thank you.
Gorman was on the second hit. Couldn't tell who the first hit was. That may have been Tommy. Looking where I think it came from the middle backer.
You got a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down 8 on the Bearcat 21-yard line. Again, I don't know if they try to sneak you, is what Coach Jones says. They just run, and then sneak up with a pass.
Look at this formation. They've got an open offensive line, but then the two tailbacks in that hole.
Another run right there.
Interesting.
Oh, nice tackle by Nick Gorman. Nice solo tackle. I don't know if he got much of a gain right there, Jeff. It'll be interesting to see, since they don't have much of a kicking game, if they just, again, go for it on fourth down.
Well, from here I would assume they would.
But right now, as it stands, it's 3rd down 8. Ball remains on the 21-yard line of the Bearcats. 3:20 left in the first quarter. Bearcats leading 3-0. It's going to be a run by number 22, Kyle Sparks. He gets a gain. It looks like about a yard. Not too much there. The defensive line is really holding them up. Denny Fortney out there, Dalen Norris, Ben Rice doing a great job up front, not allowing those blockers to move that line at all. They got about a yard there, if that. So it's going to be 4th down 7. Looks like they are going for it, Jeff. It almost looks like they got two backs. I know number 22 is also a back, but Kyle Sparks is also the run. So, beautiful block right there by number 84. Jacob Corey did a great job of putting his hands up. That's one thing my brother-in-law always complains about when we go to these Kentucky football games. Our players, defensive players, never put their hands up. And it's just a simple technique.
Yeah, you just got to watch that quarterback gets ready to throw the ball and get those hands up quick.
Absolutely. Jacob did a great job anticipating that pass and putting that ball down. So the Bearcats are going to take over. It's 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. 2:33 left in the first quarter. Bearcats take over on their own 20-yard line. Play action. Beautiful pass to Khalil. It's caught. He's out to the 40. Beautiful pick. He's out to the 45. To the 50. Oh, nice tackle by Trimble County. Number 22, who's also their quarterback, Kyle Sparks. Great solo tackle by him. That's going to put the ball on the 47-yard line. This first down is being brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet.
Great throw. Great catch. Great move. It's fun football.
Yeah, it is fun football. It's fun when you're winning. It's fun when you're producing. It's fun when you're really seeing an offense gel together, Jeff, to me at the right time.
Once you make the playoffs, it's all that matters.
Absolutely. That's going to be taken by number 4, Isaiah Brents. Nice run right there. Gets a gain of about 5 yards. Ball's going to be placed on the just outside the 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down 5. Minute 40 left in the first quarter. Bearcats are leading 3-0. Nice to see the pinks out here again. I think it's a nice contrast, as Coach Sullivan was saying a little earlier, with the green of the field and the pink of the socks and a little pink out there on the Bearcat. That's one of my favorite colors.
Is it?
Absolutely. I'm not afraid to say that, Jeff Holbrook. There's a flag on the play there. Beautiful pass. It's not going to be complete. Intended for number 88, Khalil Wilson. Preliminary signals holding against the Bearcats. Chilly night tonight. It's probably in the mid to upper 40s right now. Beautiful sunset before the game started. But it's going to be holding against the Bearcats. It's going to take the ball all the way back to the 44-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down 20 for the Bearcats, which the way they've been passing the ball, and it seemed like it started, Jeff, with the Bethlehem game, where the team receivers were running the correct routes. Robert was really spot on, and it seems like they're really, this is one thing I said to Coach Green yesterday, they're gelling at the right time. Little connection right there by number 42, Nick Gorman. About a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down 13 for the Bearcats. Just inside the Trimble County 50-yard line, so right there, or outside the 49-yard line of Trimble County. It'll be 3rd down 13, just under a minute left in the first quarter. Got a big crowd tonight, especially since it's celebration of these seniors out here. 8 seniors that are playing their last regular season home game, plus it's homecoming.
Well, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got all that. You got a middle school team getting honored. You've got cheerleaders galore.
Robert's got a pretty good rush. He's scrambling out to the side.
Oh.
Flag on the play. A couple of flags on the play. He's running down to the 25. Nice scramble by Robert Schultz. I haven't seen that this year.
It's all for naught as we had a clip in the backfield there. It's going to bring this one all the way back.
Ah.
It's going to be third and about, I think this is a spot foul, which would make it third and about 40.
That's not pretty. Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Bearcats. And just takes away a beautiful scramble by Robert. We haven't seen him do that all year, but they're getting some penetration. Trimble County is against the Bearcats here, and a little surprised about that because that's one of the things that Coach Jones said, that they're a lot weaker, Trimble County that is, a lot weaker on the defensive side.
It's one of the few teams that we outweigh.
Well, that's going to take the ball all the way back to the 31-yard line of the Bearcats. And I don't think we're going to have another play for this quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. Bearcats are leading 3-0 over Trimble County. Come back for more Bearcat football. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network. At halftime tonight, we're going to have our regular Bearcat at the half. It's going to be president of the Booster Club, Mr. Bryce. He'll be joining us. But on the field right now, we've got the KCD Bearcats field hockey team, the 2011 Acorn champions. Congratulations. Amy Charasika does a fantastic job with the field hockey team, and great to see them bring a big trophy back. But this is the middle school, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the middle school team. Hold on the ball, Keith.
But congratulations to the middle school field hockey team. Great job out there. Of course, it's a great program once they get to upper school as well. Very successful, not just this year, but for years. They've had just incredible success with field hockey here.
Well, that middle
at
school
Kentucky
team that they're
Country Day.
talking about has had a lot of records for amount of wins. It's just
really?
It's an amazing group right there. 3 straight championships, which is a pretty big deal for that. The divisions they play in. It's not easy.
Well, third down long, we were able to convert to a first down, so Robert Schultz in to punt. It's going to be marked out of bounds, probably around the 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Trimble County 32-yard line. Start of the second quarter. You have any shout-outs? Give Jeff Holbrook an email. Jeff, why don't you give me your email address?
Jeff.holbrook@kcd.org. That's JEFF.HOLB as in Bearcats, ROOK @kcd.org.
For Trimble County, number 20, Stuart Barnes, who's a 6'2", 195-pound receiver. Probably their best player out there on the field. Nice tackle by number 68, Dalen Norris. Solo tackle right there. Run was by number 25. Wyatt Adkins, 5'7", 185-pound freshman. Again, this is a freshman-dominating team here. Gets a gain of about 2 yards. Ball's going to be placed on the 34-yard line. It's now 2nd down 8 for Trimble County. Again, they have that tight formation. Unusual. Almost looks like 1930s, 1940s football. Oh, beautiful tackle out there by number 42, Nick Gorman. Gets a gain of about, 2 yards, Jeff, I believe. It's going to be 3rd down 6.
Good play by Gorman.
Yeah, nice to see his family up here. I think I mentioned earlier they were nice enough to bring us some king cakes all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana. Great people that come up here. I really appreciate all the shout-outs the Gorman family has given us throughout the season. Send those emails to Jeff. We like to hear you're listening to us out there. Trimble County's going to run the ball again. Not much of a gain right there. He's going to be gang tackled by a host of Bearcats. I see Dalen Norris out there again, number 68. Number 78, Denny Fortney. So it's 4th down. Trimble County's going to punt again. Number 88 checks in, Khalil Wilson, and number 23, Jordan Duff. A penalty on the play. I believe it's going to be a substitution infraction.
I don't know if we got the timeout first. Yeah, it looks like we got a timeout.
Are they going to give it to
them? Yeah, they did.
Okay, good. So they're going to wipe that penalty away, thank goodness, but we did get the timeout.
That would have hurt.
Yeah.
First down.
Yeah, it would have hurt. But that's one of those things that they try to do. Well, this isn't, but they tried to do a lot of hard counts out there. That's one of the things that the team has practiced. That's what Coach Green said. We struggled with it Monday and Tuesday, making sure we don't go on that first count, go on the second count. But as the week went by, they progressed and did a lot better. So they try to get 3rd down just purely by penalty, or 4th down if they're on the opposite side. They'll try and get you to come offside so they can get that easy first down. And seems like they hadn't had any kind of success with it right now. Well, we got timeout on the field. Bearcats have taken a timeout. We got 9 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Score remains 3-0. Bearcats are leading. Again, we got a really good crowd out here tonight, celebrating senior night as well as homecoming.
And don't forget during your halftime talk that we got to get the camera out on our lower school cheerleading and dance group that they've got ready.
Absolutely.
You may not know this, Michael, but I am the assistant cheerleading coach for the lower school.
Are you really?
I am.
That's terrific.
At least, there's 2 different groups. There's a group that you're seeing out here right now, and then you have the intramural group that just practices on some Fridays.
Well, I'm glad to see cheerleading here, because that's the one thing I think we've missed with school spirit here. School spirit's not that bad, but unfortunately Trimble County goes for the 4th down and makes it, so they convert.
Yeah, good job by their staff. That was coming out of that timeout. They had lined up and punt previous to the timeout, so we were playing for the punt. And they said, hey, we got some time to think about it. Let's go for it. And caught our defense off guard.
That ball's going to be marked just outside the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Trimble County. Defense comes back out on the field. So, again, they got that tight set with only one wide out to the far side.
Good hit by Dalen.
Yeah, Dalen Norris right up there, making that big tackle. Number 72, Denny Fortney up there. And 78, Emilio Zayas, gain of 2 yards, 2nd down. I quite honestly surprised I'm seeing Emilio out there. But Coach Green said he was ready to play if we need him, and evidently they need him right now.
Yep, up 3-0. We need him.
And this Trimble County team has improved week after week, and I'm a little surprised by this lack of scoring so far. So they're going to do a quick snap, looks like, right here.
I like the effort. Good hustle by that group.
Back to run again.
Nice hit, Tommy.
Nice Tommy Staferi tackle right there. Gets the gain again, about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down 6. with 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the halftime. Again, my Bearcat at the half is going to be president of the Booster Cub, Mr. Chris Bryce. Of course, Chris worked here for a while at Kentucky Country Day. And moved on not to a couple of years ago, I guess, Jeff. Is that correct?
He's a great man to work with. I really enjoyed
Northwestern
my time with
Mass.
Chris Wright. Learned a lot as an administrator from Chris.
Nice tackle right there. Tommy Stafiri's coming out of that pile. Denny Fortney, number 72. Ben Rice is coming out of there. I don't believe he got any, maybe a half a yard right there. It's going to be 4th down. They're calling it 4, but 7 minutes left in this halftime. Ball's marked at the 50-yard line.
Let's see what they do this time.
Yeah, I don't know if they would feel lucky enough to go for it again right now, but who's to say? What do they have to lose? This would be a big win for them if they were able to bring Country Day down, make a big season for them. He is going to fake it. He's got the room out there. He's going to get a 1st down. He's out to the 35-yard line. Special teams has been the difference in this game so far. Nice run out there. How's number 88? Trent
I think
Taylor.
It was 63, actually, was their punter.
It was 63?
I believe so.
Okay.
I can't understand why you would disagree with 63. They carry the ball so often, Michael. Those 60 numbers.
Well, my problem is there's not a 63 on the roster either. So
he's lined up back there again. Is that legal?
Well, Refrigerated Perry did it for the Bears, so you never know. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Not quite sure if there was a false start there or not, but
that is 63. I'm not.
No, it's timeout. Timeout's called by Trimble County. With that, we're going to take a break. This is being brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet. This is Bearcat Football.
This broadcast is brought to you by ReliableTechHelp.com, your one-stop solution for all your technology needs. We support PC and Mac. We come to your home. We come to your office. We can support you remotely. If you've got a problem with your computer, your smartphone, your fax machine, your wireless network, anything that has to do with technology in your home or your office, give us a call. ReliableTechHelp.com, 502-797-7399. That's ReliableTech, Help.com, 502-797-7399.
Oh, he took the ball back, took hers. Everywhere those kids were playing.
We're back on. Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day. Alongside me, Jeff Holbrook, as I like to say, the king of admissions. Trimble County's on the move. They got the ball on the 35-yard line of the Bearcats. A gain of about 5 yards right there. Tackles by number 70, Ben Rice. Trimble County, a little bit of a surprise here, but again, I'm going to repeat myself, Jeff Holbrook. They've improved every week, and I don't know if we're a little asleep at the wheel or what's going on.
They've come out ready to play. You notice they sprint from the huddle. They're excited. When that little fake punt there, they were pumped on the sideline.
Well, they got that unusual setting right there. Oh, nice tackle by Cam Sample. Fumble! Almost had it right there. Cam didn't recognize that the ball had been knocked out of his hands, but Cam made a great tackle right there. Puts the ball back for a loss of about 4 yards. That's going to make it 3rd down 8 for Trimble County. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the halftime, or in the half, till the half. Ball is marked on the 34-yard line of the Bearcats.
You mentioned this earlier. They like to control the ball. I mean,
yes.
I don't have the stat, but boy, it sure seems like they're just grinding it out. Normally, with a pass team like ourselves, our halftime, it takes a lot longer to get there. So this game has moved quick, and they're just running the football and keeping the clock going.
Well, there's going to be a penalty on that play for illegal substitution against Trimble County. So that helps us a little more. 5-yard penalty puts the ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 14 with 4 minutes 30 seconds left. In the second quarter, Bearcats are leading by a 48-yard field goal from number 25, David Holtgrave. If it weren't for that, I'll tell you what, it'd be a little more of a concern. Yeah. But Trimble County setting the tone of this ball game, not allowing us to have the ball. It's going to be a pass. He's gone! Almost had him right there. It's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Flag on the play.
By number 23, Jordan Duff.
Oh, no.
But there is a flag on the play. It's going to be personal foul, roughing the passer against the Bearcats. So, I didn't see the penalty. Did you, Jeff?
I got caught watching the football.
Yeah, so did I. But it's going to be automatic first down.
Check that replay again, Michael.
I'd like to. Come on, Stammerman, what's wrong? Look at them hustle down here.
They're
ready to play. They are
ready
excited.
To play.
They ought to be excited. They're moving the ball. It'd be interesting to see what the time of possession is. Going to be a run out there. He's out to the 18-yard line. Tommy Staferi, number 33, on the tackle there. That run was by number 9, Bo Hawks, who's a 6-foot, 175-pound freshman. Again, teams dominated by freshmen.
Yeah.
Doing a good job.
Future, that's for sure.
Absolutely. It certainly does. I mean, when you take down one of the top-ranked single-A teams in the state, this is a huge win for them if they're able to pull it off. But hopefully we're able to stop that.
Good hit there by Dalen Norris.
And number 68 does a great job, Dalen. Ball's going to be marked just short of the first down. It's going to be third and short for the Trimble County. Ball's marked on the 15-yard line. Just a little over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Trimble County comes up there. Need a big stop here by the Bearcats. And they get a big push for Trimble County's line. It's going to be good for a first down. Going to be marked about 13-yard line, just outside the 12. We'll call it the 12-yard line, but it'll be first and 10 for Trimble County. Two minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. That clock's moving. Can't move quick enough right now as far as I'm concerned, Jeff.
Yeah, I got a feeling the Bearcats will start thinking about some timeouts to give themselves some time to come back and put some points on the board.
Nice stop right there. They got about to the just outside the 10-yard line. Number 84, Jacob Curry with the tackle there. And number 32, Keith Miller. I tell you, the defenders have their hands on their hips, Jeff. That only means one thing. They're a little tired.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're going to be close to delay a game here if they don't hustle.
I don't know if there's a little frustration out there either, but it's going to be a run again. He's out to the 10, down to the 5-yard, well, let's call it the 6-yard line. Going to be tackled by Cam Sample, number 54 and 33, Tommy Staferi. So that gets it just outside the 5-yard line. Minute and a half left in the second quarter. It's going to be third down. They're going to call the ball on the 6-yard line of the Bearcats. Hopefully we can get a nice stop here. But they're not going to kick it. As I mentioned before, they don't have a kicking team, so they'll go for it on fourth as well. So we'll see what we can do with these last two downs here, Jeff. No stop right there. Got a gain of about half a yard is what I'm estimating. So it's going to be fourth down for Trimble County. Under a minute left. So it'd be interesting to see if they kind of fool the defense and pass the ball here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we didn't stop the clock there to give our offense a chance. They're just going to run this thing down.
Yeah, they are. 4th down 2. Ball's marked on the 5-yard line of the Bearcats. So it looks like Trimble County's kind of let the clock run down as well. As timeout on the field.
Robert Schultz have the ball back.
No, they don't. Timeout Trimble County. With that, we're going to take a break. Bearcats are winning 3-0 over Trimble County. This is Bearcat football.
You're watching a live broadcast on IHI by 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
One, two, three, come on now. Let's get it bumpin'.
852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
Welcome back, Bearcat fans. Trimble County's called timeout here, getting ready to get back to play. It's 4th down 2 with the ball placed on the 5-yard line of the Bearcats.
Big stop right here, Bearcats.
Absolutely. Yeah, the crowd's gotten a little dead here. The team seems to be a little dead here, and unfortunately it's just not looking too good right now. But hopefully we can get this going. My good friend Coach Holbrook trying to get the crowd to go, but there's official timeout. They do have a field goal kicker out there, Jeff. I'm a little surprised by this.
How about a block and a 80-yard return? Yeah, watch the fake. That's right.
I'm not sure what the number is. Can you tell what number he is, Jeff?
88 maybe?
Is it 88?
It's definitely an 8 on this side.
Number
It's
88.
up. Is it wide?
It's no good. No good. Bearcats will take over. Yeah, this has been tough to watch. It'll be interesting. I don't know if I'd want to be a fly on the wall at halftime up in the Bearcat locker room or not, but I'm sure the coaches will have a few things to discuss with the Bearcat team.
Well, that's an interesting part about high school football. If you're an NFL fan, wherever the kicker kicks the ball from and misses that field goal is where the other team takes that ball, which is why it's such a big gamble to take a 48-yard field goal, for example, in the NFL. In the high school, if Holgrave misses that 48-yard field goal and it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback. So it's like a nice punt. Well, here it's backwards. Poor guy kicked it from the 7, missed it, it goes back. Bearcats get more breathing room. So that hurt him.
Absolutely. Well, the Bearcat offense checks in. Roberts out there ready to pass. It's going to be complete. He's out of bounds. Complete out to number 88, Khalil Wilson. Nice quick play right there. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Don't forget to join us at halftime. Bearcat at the half this week is going to be president of the Booster Club, Chris Price. We'll be able to discuss a few things he's got going on here along with the Booster Club and how hopefully everyone out there listening can support the Booster Club. Certainly does a fine job for all these athletes out here. Help supports the athletic department for Kentucky Country Day. So hopefully all you alumnus out there, families of Bearcat athletes, able to support us. Out the pass. Oh, just incomplete. Khalil wasn't able to keep his feet right there. It's going to be ruled incomplete, so it's going to be second down 10. Ball marked on the 31-yard line of the Bearcats. 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Chilly night tonight, as I mentioned. Every minute that goes by, Jeff, I start rocking back and forth. It's and I think the score has a little bit to do with it as well.
There you go.
A little nerve-wracking here, but hopefully we'll be able to come out here pumped up in the second half, be able to take care of business, because we need to send our seniors off with a big win. Got trips out here to the close side. It's going to be a pass out to number
finally get the ball in his hand.
32,
good tackle.
or 23, Jordan Duff, and he tackled. Nice tackle right there by Trimble County.
That was a great tackle on Jordan. Not a lot of people we've seen this year have been able to tackle Jordan Duff in the opening like that.
Absolutely. That's number 22, Kyle Sparks. It's timeout on the field with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. We're going to take a break. It's Kentucky Country Day Football Network. With just a little over 12 seconds left in the second quarter, Bearcats got the ball on their own 36-yard line. It's 3rd down 5. Trying to get a little movement here. Hopefully we can make a big play here, Jeff. We need a little momentum breaker here. Get out of this funk.
I'm with you. Let's see one of these guys break one here.
Well, either break one or get David Holtgrave in position to kick another field goal. Just get something else on the board. I hate to be stuck with 3-0 at halftime. Schultz is back to pass. It's complete to Jordan Duff, number 23. He's out to the 30. He's to the 20. He might down to the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. Beautiful pass right there, Jeff.
Hey. Now I know why they didn't call timeout. When Scotty says, I need 32.5 seconds, and I'm going to score. Coach Green said, yes, sir, you get 32.5 seconds.
Well, with just under
plenty of time left. What do you mean, just plenty of time left in the half? Look at Scotty work his magic.
Oh, my gosh. Well, number 25, David Holtgrave, checks in for the point after attempt. Beautiful run right there by Jordan Duff. It's fun to see him catch that ball and just take it over because he's made incredible yardage this year. It's good. And with just under 1 second left in the half, we're going to take a break. Bearcats take the lead 10-0 over Trimble County. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
This broadcast is brought to you by ReliableTechHelp.com, your one-stop solution for all your technology needs. We support PC and Mac. We come to your home. We come to your office. We can support you remotely. If you've got a problem with your computer, your smartphone, your fax machine, your wireless network, anything that has to do with technology in your home or your office, give us a call. ReliableTechHelp.com, 502-797-7399. That's ReliableTech, Help.com, 502-797-7399. Technologic.
Well, welcome back, Bearcat Nation. With just under 1 second left, Bearcats were able to come through with a beautiful pass from Robert Schultz all the way out to number 23, Jordan Duff, and he runs it all the way down 62 yards for a touchdown. Bearcats now take the lead 10-0 over Trimble County. Number 25, David Holtgrave, checks in for the kickoff. As usual, beautiful kick all the way down to the 5-yard line. As the siren goes off for the first half. Oh, big run right here. It's going to be tackled by number 25. No, he gets through that. Number 32, Keith Miller, is going to take him down. Thank goodness. I'm sure they'll have a little bit to talk about there at halftime, but a little bit of a scare there. I tell you, this Trimble County team has come to play tonight, and a little bit of a surprise for the Bearcats. Hopefully we can recover and get a little bit of a talk here at halftime by the coaches. So with that, that's the end of the first half. We're going to take a break, but come back. I've got my Bearcat at the half. It's going to be president of the Booster Club for Kentucky Country Day, Chris Price. With that, this is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network. All right. Welcome back, Bearcat Nation. Michael Bennett coming to you at halftime. And with me, my Bearcat at the half this week is the president of the Booster Club, Chris Bryce. Chris,
hey,
welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Yeah.
Great to be here. Great. What a great night. Great night for football. I got to tell you, listen to the broadcast, you think I'm listening to Keith Jackson and Pat Hayden covering the game. It's awesome. Thank you for doing all this.
Well, I tell you, Jeff Holbrook and I were talking about this before the game started. We've both had just a terrific time this year. And when I mentioned one of the first games, Tim Green came to me before the season started and said, Michael, I have a few things I want to talk to you about. And I'm like, oh, great. Max, my son, has done something at football practice. I've got to correct him somehow. And he said, no, I want to talk to you about announcing these games. And I said, well, how many people said no before you came to me? But we've had a great time. And it's actually taken a lot more time out of my regular career to get prepared for these games. Well, I appreciate you saying that, Chris.
You guys
it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're obviously prepared and enthusiastic. And just what a neat thing for us to provide folks out in the country, around the world even, to check out the Bearcats playing sports. And I think it's just an added dimension that Tim's brought to Kentucky Country Day Athletics. Over the last 10 years, I've gotten to know him, and he has just taken this program, all of our athletic programs, up several notches. And that's really what the Bearcat Booster Club is all about. We want to support Tim in providing our kids with just great experiences, because we want them to look back on their KCD athletic careers as something very memorable, fun, a chance where they had to make friends, build character, learn life skills. So what the Booster Club's trying to do is give Tim and his coaches the resources they need to provide those experiences, because I know you, like me, playing sports growing up, when you have great, positive coaches, it makes all the difference. So if we're going to attract, cultivate, and retain those coaches, we've got to provide the program and resources. And these coaches aren't looking for a big paycheck, but they want the things that they need, the tools they need, the facilities they need to give these kids just the opportunities that they want them to have.
Absolutely.
So to support the Booster Club, what we do is we raise money in several ways. We do simple things like run the concessions. We sell spirit wear. We do little fundraisers over the course of the year. But for folks out there in the Bearcat Nation don't get a chance to spend much time in Louisville to do that, you can make a contribution to the One Fund. The One Fund is the annual fund for Kentucky Country Day, and you have several giving options. You can make an unrestricted gift. You could give to the arts, and you could join the Booster Club. And we just ask for that support on an annual basis. If you want to know what we're up to with the Booster Club, all the things we've done over the last few years, you don't get a chance to go on campus, you could go online to kcd.org. And we have all the stuff listed there, or folks could contact me directly. My email address is chris.bryce@insightbb.com.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you coming up here and describing that, because that's one of the things that Coach Green has definitely mentioned this year. When he came on board, he wanted to make certain that we have a strategic plan with athletics. We've done an incredible job with the as they're introducing the home court out here for homecoming, but they've done a great job. You can't even say great. They've done a fantastic job with the arts, and they've done with building of the new art theater out here, and it's fun to see that progression and how well they've done and the positive feedback that we've gotten with our new stage and facilities over there for the arts program here at Country Day. But also, we want to see that strategic plan that Tim has mentioned to me this week, that when he came here, before he came on board, speaking to our headmaster, Brad Lyman, we want to see not just successful teams out here and successful coaches, but we want to see the successful facilities out here. We've got that in the arts program. What do we need to do to start talking about possibly a new football stadium, new concession stands for this area, and moving that program forward too?
Well, I know all those things are on the drawing board for the school, that they want to look at the things they can do to augment athletics. You know, I'll tell you, when I came to KCD in 1992 as a teacher and a coach, there weren't less than half the number of teams that we had that we have out here now. So we've grown the programming, and the facilities haven't necessarily kept pace. We've done some fabulous things with facilities over the last 20 years, absolutely fabulous, but we do need some catching up. I'm confident in Mr. Lyman and the board and Tim to figure out a plan, and hopefully the Bearcat Nation will be supportive of those plans in the future.
Absolutely. Well, we've got people listening to these broadcasts from Switzerland, if you can believe that, Georgia down to Florida. I've got some good friends down in Florida that are listening to us tonight, out to Arizona, so Georgia. So we've got a good base of people listening to these. Hopefully we can get more of the alumnus to listen to these programs and find a way, even though they might not live in the Louisville area anymore, the Kentucky area, but get them to be able to understand what's going on at KCD and be able to maybe touch base with the school again, because it's a great school. It's great academically, but we also want to make it great athletically as well. And we can succeed with that. I know you went to Duke. They've got probably one of the best basketball programs, but also one of the top schools in the country for academics as well, and we like to see that kind of success. We can do that here as well with athletics, with schooling, and on the academic side, and I think it can be done successfully, and I hope to see it done successfully.
Well, I think we've been doing things the right way here. Again, I think I go back to the coaching, the teaching. It's all about those relationships teachers and coaches have with kids.
Absolutely.
And we're building on that foundation. And if you think about what alumni talk about years down the line, the memories they had at school, talk about the class, but very often it's about what happened through their athletic experience and how that impacted their lives. So I'm hoping that the Bearcat faithful will keep that in mind as the school looks to do more things for kids, and they'll keep that in mind, want to do a little something for the kids for the future.
Well, and not just that, but I can tell you one of my greatest people that I look up to all my life has been my father. But I can tell you, but you have coaches out there that mentor, and these coaches have been able to be positive, terrific mentors to all these students out here. Let's talk about Tim Green. This is his last regular season home game as the head coach for the Bearcats. Talk about some of the memories you have of Coach Green.
Well, I'm going to share one of my first memories. One of my first memories of Tim was when he interviewed and just talking about the school and how excited he was and how visionary he was, and the fact that he would settle for nothing less than excellence. So that impressed me immensely. The other thing I remember is I remember coming out here the season before he arrived and watching a football game, and I swear you could have shot a cannon through the stands and not hit anyone. It was, you could hear the birds chirping. And the transformation of the experience, of the fan experience of KC football has been unbelievable. It is a wonderful community event every home game, and that's really a tribute to him. And that goes also for other sports, what he's been doing in other sports. I don't want to just stop with football. Obviously, he's a football coach. But what he has done for every program is said, we are about excellence. There's no reason for us to settle for less. He expects that from all of his coaches, and we're getting that excellence and growing it even more so.
Well, and let's talk about, because he is the athletic director, as you mentioned. And he's done a lot of incredible upgrades to the facilities here. Not just the football field, but we've got a lot of stuff going on at the baseball field. You might want to talk about some of the upgrades he's made with the athletics.
Absolutely. So baseball has a 3-lane, baseball softball has a 3-lane hitting facility, indoor hitting facility, which is pretty awesome. You could practice year-round. They've upgraded the baseball field several times. Most recently now they're putting in sunken dugouts, which is fabulous. We have two Bermuda grass field hockey fields. We have
they're laser marked, if I remember correctly.
Laser marked. We have 2 Bermuda grass lacrosse soccer fields, all irrigated, and this is unbelievable. So just the bleachers, what they've done inside with the gyms, a lot of it with Bill Beam's great guidance and direction. The gyms are beautiful. We got a hardwood floor. The guys that first came out here in the late 70s, early 80s played one of those rubberized floors. So just the physical transformation of the athletic facility has been fabulous, and it just continues to get better. We've added improved weight room systems. We have trainers that support that. We've got athletes training year-round for athletics. We've got kids coming in at 6 in the morning. I mean, this is Tim Green encouraging, challenging his coaches in the Bearcat community to raise the bar, to say excellence is our expectation, not something that's pie in the sky, and that's really neat.
Well, and I think as the crowd just saw a couple of minutes ago while we were talking, Chris, seeing the new cheerleading squad out there, and I think that's terrific. That's one of the things I think we've had a bit of a missing link right there. We haven't had a cheerleading squad in some time, so I'm happy to see, no matter what age they are, happy to see them out here in the football and getting the crowd riled up for the start of the second half.
Not the biggest contribution the Bearcat Athletic Booster Club has made, but maybe one of the best was buying the pom-poms for the cheerleaders. So,
that's terrific. Well, and you mentioned several different things. I remember playing on that rubber indoor basketball floor because I went to Christian Academy, and boy, I'd walk home after that or ride home with burned knees after playing a game here against Country Day. But it's great to see that hardwood floor. And you're right, the Booster Club has done a tremendous job, and we certainly appreciate all the work that you put forth with it. So
we love it.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to the call the second half, Mr. Jackson.
I appreciate that. Well, that'll conclude our Bearcat at the Half with President of the Booster Club, Chris Price. We'll have more second half starting in just a little over 3 minutes. This is Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network. Welcome back, Bearcat fans. First half stats, Robert Schultz is 8 for 11 for 161 yards, and Jordan Duff has caught 3 passes for 84 yards total, and I'm sure majority of that, thank you, Coach Mayoni, majority of that was probably on the last play with that touchdown just before the end of the half. And I'm going to give a shout-out to a very close friend of mine, that's also a friend of my family's, that's listening to us down in my hometown of Treasure Island, Florida, down in Paradise Island. John Owen, certainly do appreciate you listening to us. I hope I can get down there soon enough. I miss that sailboat. He was nice enough to take my family under the wing and teach us how to sail down there off the Gulf of Mexico, right there off of St. Pete. But I was close on that touchdown pass. 69-yard pass or completion to Jordan Duff from Robert Schultz for that touchdown that put the Bearcats up 10-0. So back to my good friend John Owen. He's taking care of my family, and we, John, we certainly do appreciate that. So we got just under 3 minutes left in the halftime. You can see the Bearcats coming out, warming up for the start of the second half. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more of a production out there from the offense and a little more stingy defense as well. Hopefully that's Trimble County's come out here with a bit of a surprise. Bearcats leading 10-0. But it's been a fun game at that last minute. But before that, Kevin Stammerman joining me here, our cameraman. Kevin, been a fun year this year. I appreciate you being here with us.
Yes, it has, and can't wait to go to Mayfield here in 2 weeks. I do have some good news. The Verizon 4G LTE has opened up to Lexington, up to Carroll County, up I-71, and down to Lebanon Junction, down I-65.
Oh, my gosh.
Mayfield's a little further than that.
Yeah, it is.
But
excuse me.
Might be a chance we might have to bring our quality of our broadcast down on that game just to make it happen on the 3G network instead of the 4G network. But we're going to do our best to try that. But Verizon is trying to expand their coverage here in the market so that we can cover more games like this.
Good. Well, just as a reminder, we will be here next week, kickoff our first home playoff game here at Country Day. It'll be kickoff 7:30. Bearcats will be playing, so we'll be online here as well. Hope you're able to join us. And then also, if we win that first game, we are headed down to Mayfield, Kentucky, which is down in the far western tip of Kentucky. So it is down in the boondocks, but we'll be bringing you that game as well. And hopefully all the playoff games that we're able to come in. Kevin, why don't you give them your email address, contact information, let them know how they can get a hold of you, and a few of the things that you do for players out there.
Yes, it's Kevin at 852FX, letter X.com. And I do player profiles as well as team videos, live streaming broadcast. I've partnered with David Snyder with Reliable Tech Help, so we've got some extra camera people available and extra equipment available so that we can cover more than just one game at a time. So we really look forward to being able to do the best for our student athletes to give them the most exposure using the iHigh network. And from talking to iHigh, since they're partnered with Wave 3 TV, some of these broadcasts soon may be being aired on Wave 3 TV.
That sounds terrific. I know I've got a face for TV. Holbrook tends to differ with me, but I think I'm relatively good looking, Kevin. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think you can definitely do it. You're just working out at the half, and you haven't broke the camera yet. So.
Oh, hush up. Well, Kevin, again, I've enjoyed getting to know you this year. You've done a fantastic job with taking care of the Bearcats this season, and not just on the football, but with volleyball. Looking forward to and with field hockey as well, and looking forward to the basketball and hopefully baseball season too. So appreciate you joining us for a few minutes.
All right, yes, need to get back on the camera because it looks like we're about to get this half started, and I'll turn this back over to Jeff Holbrook.
Absolutely. Jeff, get in here. You left me, my friend. But fun to see the cheerleaders out there. A lot of appreciation that I have for your wife taking care and starting this cheerleading program for the Bearcats.
Oh, it's been fun. We had a ball out there. You know, I don't know if I'm not typically a cheerleading coach by trade, in case you hadn't noticed, Michael. But
you're very limber.
Yeah, they had 30 some cheerleaders out there, and no one to help Chandra out. She was able to get Lindsay Porter out of the high school to help her, and she wasn't able to make every practice, so you do things for family, Michael. But it was fun. The kids, this little kindergartner, every time I give a tour, she just looks up and she says, "Look, it's the cheerleader."
Well, this second half is being brought to you by Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team of Patricia Bennett, Tony Bellucci, and Heather Poole, protecting and growing clients' money. So if you have any financial needs, please give Patricia Bennett a call. She's not only my wife, but she is the best-looking financial advisor I've ever seen. So
there you go.
Give her a call. You can reach her on her cell phone, 502-608-7475, or her office line is 502-329-5006. Also, this has been brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet. As we await the kickoff from Trimble County, not much of a kick there. You obviously can see why they don't have much of a kicking game, but it's going to be run out there to the 40.
Go.
He's down to the 50. Go, he's going down to the 30, 20, 10.
Oh, no.
Touchdown, Bearcats! That's the way you start the second half. Of course, we get a flag there. There'll be a little bit of excessive celebration there, Jeff, but I think we need that right now.
In the college game, that's not a touchdown. Ask Jake Austin's dad.
Well, that run was by number 24, Benton C., who's a transfer from Trinity. Good to see that young man out here had a little bit of a problem getting onto the field because an opposing school is not real happy with him leaving their school and coming over to Country Day. But as you can see, he a lot of high regard for that young man right there.
Well, he didn't play football over there.
Our cameraman Kevin Stammer's reminded me that's 2 touchdowns in 20 seconds. So that'll give the team a real big boost right there, Jeff. One thing that they've added down there on the sidelines, I don't know if, Kevin, you've been able to show them, they put a cat scratch pole on the sideline, so every time one of the players makes a good play, they go up to the post that's buried down into the ground, and they give it a scratch right there. So a little bit of a celebratory pole right there for the team to be proud of. So it's kind of interesting, especially since we're Bearcats.
I'm wondering what that pole was.
Well, we didn't have much to celebrate a little bit in the first half. So, but field goal is going to be all the way out to the 25-yard line, making a 35-point after attempt, which is obviously a chip shot for David Holtgrave. It's good. And with that, the Bearcats take over 17-0 over Trimble County with 11:47 left in the third quarter. We're going to take a short break. Come back. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
You're watching a live broadcast on IHI by 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
One, two, three, come on now. Let's get it from the
Yeah. 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
All right, Bearcat fans, 11:47 left. We just took the kickoff and ran it all the way back, provided by number 24, Benton C. Did a great job right there. He showed some real speed right there, Jeff.
Yeah, he got around that corner. Nobody was catching him.
We've talked about Jacob Corey and the speed that he has as the fastest player on the team, but I'd like to see Benton get out there and
he got after
race against him. Yes, he did. And number 25, David Holtgrave with the kick. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty on the play, obviously. That'll go against the Bearcats. That'll mark the ball all the way out to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Trimble County. Oh, I'm sorry, out to the 35-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us again for the second half, Bearcats scored on the kickoff. Makes the score 17-0 for the Bearcats over Trimble County. 11:47 left in the third quarter. Trimble County comes out here with their offense. That's going to be a run right there. Not much movement there. Whole mess of that Bearcat line able to stop him. I saw Denny Fortney, number 72, number 78. Emilio Zayas comes up a little bit of a limp there. Hopefully he can run it off. Doesn't look to be too terribly bad. I tell you, hopefully if we get a couple of more scores here, Jeff, we'll be able to sit down some of these players, rest them up for the playoff game next week.
That would be nice.
Thanks for that informative ad in there, Jeff. I really appreciate that.
I'm not Troy Aikman over here. I do the best I can.
No, you're not, and I'm glad you're not. Oh, beautiful tackle right there by number 68, Dalen Norris. Trimble gets gain of about a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd down 8. Ball's going to be marked on the 37-yard line of Trimble County. We'll give a little credit there to Cam Sample there with the assist with Dalen. 10:30 left in the third quarter. Bearcats are leading 17-0 over Trimble County. Thanks to a long play just at the end of the second quarter, Jordan Duff. And a beautiful return kickoff right there.
That away, Fortney.
Fortney just had a nice tackle right there. Loss of a yard by Denny. It's going to be 4th down. We'll see if they fake it again, but they faked it twice tonight, or 3 times tonight, with a good deal of success. I believe they've made every 4th down, haven't they, Jeff, when they've gone for it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Obviously they missed that field goal on 4th down. But
yes. Well, back to receives, number 88, Khalil Wilson. Not a bad kick right there. Got some good rush, but Bearcats weren't able to get it. Oh, great tackle. The flag on the play. Tackle was by number 22, their quarterback. Done a nice job, Cal Sparks. He's a good player. Even though Coach Jones said number 88, Trent Taylor, is probably their best player, I tell you, number 22, Kyle Sparks, has done a nice job tonight. He's had a lot of solo tackles tonight.
Well, and he's run the ball well. He's a good athlete. What year is he?
He's a junior, 5'8", 145 pounds. Plays quarterback, tailback. Penalty goes against the Bearcats. Excuse me. It's going to take the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line of the Bearcats. There's a legal block to the back by the Bearcats. It's going to be 1st and 10. Offense checks in. Got Khalil out to the far side. Closest to us is Jordan Duff, number 23. It's going to be handed off to Isaiah. He's going to get some room. He's moving those big legs.
Did we ever find out who number 63 was?
No,
that
unfortunately.
That poor guy is not getting any credit for the great game that he's had tonight.
Yeah, he has, and I don't have a lineup for him on my whole list.
Give us his number, but man, he's played well tonight, offensively
yes,
and
he has.
defensively.
So no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down 10 for the Bearcats. Ball's marked on the 27-yard line on the Bearcats side. Schultz has got the snap. It's going to be almost intercepted. Intended for number 88, Khalil Wilson. Broken up by number 7, Dusty Weisborough. He's another one. He's a freshman, Jeff, and
wow.
he's another guy that's been out there really hustling to that ball.
He broke on that ball well. I was watching him.
Yeah, he did.
Specifically as Khalil was opening up over there. He did a nice job.
Well, should have waited just a second, 2 or more, because Khalil was going to pass him up, and no one would have caught him at that point. But it's going to be 3rd down 10. Ball remains at the 27-yard line of the Bearcats. That's going to be complete. It's going to get him a 1st down. That's out to number 84, Jacob Corey. Nice catch there, nice run. It's kind of obvious right there. Robert's going to have to work on that a little more because he was only looking towards Jacob as far as I was concerned, Jeff. Ball's going to be marked just inside the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 39. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. They're still on the Bearcat side of the field. Roberts out there looking at Coach Frascati, changing the play there at the line. It's going to be another pass. It's going out to Jordan Duff. Oh, nice breakup right there by number 22, their quarterback, Kyle Sparks. Good-looking junior out there. I'd like to have him on our team.
Yeah, he's a good player.
That's going to make it 2nd down 10 for the Bearcats. Ball still remains on the 40-yard line. Going to be flag on the play. Obviously, that's going to go against Trimble County for offsides. I couldn't tell if there was a hard count there by Robert or not.
Yeah,
Jeff.
I couldn't tell either.
Well, that's going to take the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down 5.
It's always a big deal when a high school football team can change the snap count and their offense not jump offside. So whether it's a hard count or not, we did a great job.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That takes a lot of good discipline there. And obviously they practiced on it for the defense because Trimble County's pretty good at it. It's going to be complete to Jordan Duff. Nice cut up there. He's to the 40, to the 30, down to the 20. He's down to the 10. It's going to be a tackle. No! He's still cut down to the 5-yard line. Beautiful run right there by number 23, Jordan Duff. Tackle's going to be credited to number 7, Dusty Weisborough. He's a freshman for Trimble County. Jordan's getting a lot of yards with just a few plays there, Jeff.
Well, you can't fault the Trimble County coaching staff. They're double-teaming Jordan Duff right there. They had a man short, a man deep. Robert still threw to him because he knew he's got such confidence in him. And then Jordan just dances all around those two guys and then outruns the rest of the group. It's going to be. He amazes me every week.
Ball's going to be marked on the 6-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Bearcats. This first down is being brought to you by 852 FX Sports Video and Live Streaming and iHigh.com.
One of the best things about Robert Schultz being recruited by these top schools is number 23 is getting looks at that same time.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just not him. I mean, it's Jacob Curry. Isaiah Brents is out to the 5. He's going touchdown Bearcats. Number 4, Isaiah Brents. Beautiful run right there.
Nice job.
Didn't have any problem getting into that end zone. Shown his speed right there. But going back to these receivers, because you got to credit Jordan because he is a playmaker. And that was one of the interesting things as well. When these coaches come here to look at Robert, I know we had a high-profile coach out here a couple weeks ago today, and not only did he notice Robert, but he noticed Jordan Duff. He noticed Cam Sample and a few of the other players, and that's what happens and gets this program to another level. So point after attempt is good by number 25, David Holtgrave. That makes the score 24-0. Bearcats are leading. We're going to take a short break. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by ReliableTechHelp.com, your one-stop solution for all your technology needs. We support PC and Mac. We come to your home. We come to your office. We can support you remotely. If you've got a problem with your computer, your smartphone, your fax machine, your wireless network, anything that has to do with technology in your home or your office, give us a call. ReliableTechHelp.com, 502-797-7399. That's ReliableTech, Help.com, 502-797-7399.
Welcome back, Bearcat Nation. This is Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day in Louisville, Kentucky. Alongside of me, king of admissions for Kentucky Country Day, my good friend Jeff Holbrook.
We're having fun now, Michael. Things are turning around here.
We can breathe a sigh of relief, I can tell you that. So with 7 minutes, 14 seconds left in the third quarter, Bearcats are leading now 24-0 over Trimble County.
Nothing against the Trimble County offense, but it is not designed to come back from 24 points.
And that's a great point. You're exactly right. Going to be out of bounds again for David Holtgrave. He's not getting that ball placed exactly where he wants it to go, but that's okay. Ball be marked on the 35-yard line of Trimble County. Be first and 10. But you're right. It's not designed for that. You've got to have a pretty good mix of running and passing. And they just don't have that.
Ball control offense, and when you're down, it's tough to spark the big play. 4 yards in a cloud of dust isn't what they're needing right now.
All right, if you have any more shout-outs, please give Jeff Holbrook an email. Jeff, give your email address out there again.
Jeff.Holbrook@kcd.org, JEFF.HOLB is in Bearcats, ROOK.
And I just got your message, Susan Owen. I appreciate you giving me that. Your husband's a very special friend of mine. John Owen's a great guy, and we can't thank him enough. Myself, my boys Max and Mason, for him teaching us how to sail this past summer. He's a great guy and means an awful lot to me. So I appreciate you sending me that email. But we got anybody else emailing us there, Jeff?
No, just my wife telling me to give myself a shout-out. So
give yourself a shout-out,
That's
huh?
what she says.
That's interesting.
She's so sweet.
Well, it's going to be second down. Ball's on the 37-yard line. Last play, they got a gain of about 2 yards. Not much of a gain right there. Maybe I'll give them a yard, but it's going to be third down and 7. Ball be placed on the 38-yard line of Trimble County.
You know, their offensive line is an interesting technique. They basically just fire off the ball and bear crawl, stay as low as they can, try to take people out of the play.
Just as a reminder, folks, if you like to go back and listen to these KCD broadcasts, being volleyball, being field hockey, being football, they have been reactivated. Because this is the last game of the season, we can go back and watch every one of them, which I look forward to. It's going to be complete. Great tackle right there by number 32, Keith Miller. But it's going to be ruled complete to number, oh, no, it's not complete. I thought he caught that, Jeff.
Keith broke it up. Did a nice shot. Came underneath him, sort of undercut him.
Well, it was intended for number 9, Bo Hawks, who's a 6-foot, 175-pound freshman for Trimble County. It's going to be fourth down now, so they got their punting unit.
Keith's got to like that. That's a foul in basketball. Here, that's just a great play. And the guy going in for an easy layup, he just went under his knees.
Yeah, here we've got number 63 out there to punt again. Unfortunately, we don't have his name. Oh, nice kick right there. It's going to go to Khalil Wilson. He's out to the 35, cuts up to the 40, out to the 50. Oh, not quite the 50, out to the 48-yard line. Nice return there, Jeff.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot. Keith Miller had a nice block for Khalil, got him started. What did he pick up, maybe 10, 12 yards there?
Absolutely. It's going to be first down for the Bearcats. This first down is being brought to you by Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team, Patricia Bennett, Tony Bellucci, Heather Poole, protecting a growing client's money. Ball's marked on the 48-yard line. And, again, we want to talk about those seniors. Keith Miller, Joey Ballback, Marcus Fluella, Nick Gorman, Peter McKay, Michael Stalker, Denny Fortney, and Matt Kircher. Just done a great job with this team. Good to see Keith Miller out there, who's a first-time player. Been very productive. Had a great play just on that last play defensively. Roberts back to pass. He's got 84 complete. That's Jacob Corey. He's going to be out of bounds. Ran out of bounds about the 28-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for the Bearcats. This first down is brought to you by 852 FX Sports Video and live streaming at ihigh.com. 5:33 left in the third quarter. Bearcats are starting to get their regular momentum back. They're leading 24-0 over Trimble County. They're now on the 28-yard line of Trimble County. First and 10. Excuse me, I apologize with this cough. The cold air is getting to me, Holbrook.
It is chilly up there. I can't hardly speak either.
Oh, Isaiah had a nice run, but just slipped on the field. I imagine that the coolness kept the field a little damp. Plus, we had some pretty good rains yesterday morning. That's since stopped. But anyway,
yeah, Isaiah would like to have that one back. He had a lot of grass. A lot of green in front of him.
Yeah, it is. Again, I love seeing that pink out there. That's something to see. It's not difficult to see them, which players are who.
Good block.
Jordan Duff, 23's out there. He's got that pass down to the 20. Down at about the 16-yard line. Good run right there. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Correction, gain of about 10 yards right there. Oh, more than that. Gain of 13 yards. The chains are moving, so that's going to take the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line. There's going to be timeout on the field. Timeout's called by Trimble County with 5 minutes, 9 seconds left. We're going to take a break. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
This broadcast is brought to you by ReliableTechHelp.com, your one-stop solution for all your technology needs. We support PC and Mac. We come to your home. We come to your office. We can support you remotely. If you've got a problem with your computer, your smartphone, your fax machine, your wireless network, anything that has to do with technology in your home or your office, give us a call. ReliableTechHelp.com, 502-797-7399. That's ReliableTech, Help.com, 502-797-7399.
Welcome back, Bearcat Nation. Michael Bennett Bearcats are leading 24-0. 5 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Let me make a correction from what I said earlier. All the KCD broadcasts have been reactivated for every sport, that being all the fall sports. Volleyball, soccer, field hockey, with the exception of football, because football season obviously isn't over yet. So we don't want to give all the opposing teams our film yet. But it will be activated as soon as the season's over. Isaiah's gone down to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! Big power run right there by Isaiah Brents, led by number, who was that? 44? Evan Mock? No, 84, Jacob Corey. Nice lead block there, Jeff, by Jacob.
Yep, that's right. They opened a hole for him. Isaiah hit the hole hard, that's for sure.
Yes, he does. I mean, you look at the young man, he's got big legs, and he's not afraid to run. He just, when he gets a defender on him, he still keeps those feet and those legs moving. And that shows his strength.
I don't know if Robert Blair's listening out there, but he's be a very proud man.
Absolutely. Well, the point after attempt is good by number 25, David Holtgrave. And that makes the score. Bearcats 31. Trimble County 0. And with that, we're going to take a short break. Come back for more Bearcat football. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network. The heck? Well, welcome back, Bearcat Nation. Bearcats are leading 31-0. 5 minutes left in the third quarter over Trimble County. Bearcats a single A team here in the state of Kentucky. Trimble County, 2A school. This hopefully should be the 6th win over a teams that are greater than single A. It's just an incredible tribute to Coach Green. What a job he's done at this school. Trimble's got a good run out to the 25-yard line. I see a flag go down.
54 on that hit. That's Evan Mock, I believe, isn't it? No, 64. No, I'm sorry.
64, yeah. 44 is Evan Mock. 64 is Alan Papalia.
Hi, Pappy. Nice hit, Alan.
It's going to be below, blocking below the knees, so that'll go against Trimble County. 4:56 left in the third quarter. That's going to take the ball all the way back down to the 11-yard line, just outside the 11-yard line in Trimble County. The 1st and 10, 4:56 left, third quarter. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great ball game with at least the end of the second quarter and the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, that's when we got rolling.
And the Bearcats hadn't looked back since. Trimble County offense checks in. It's going to be another run play. Great stop right there. He's still moving, though. He's dragging. Who is it? 84, Jacob Coury. And 68, Dalen Norris. Nice run there by that young man. Who was that? Number 20? 88, thank you. Trent Taylor, Jr., 200 pounds, 6'2". Takes the ball out to the 14-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards. It'll be second down 7 for Trimble County. Still a pretty good crowd out here with an almost dominating lead that we have. Again, this is homecoming as well as senior night. Oh, great stop right there. Number 33 and
Jacob Corey again.
Jacob Corey, yeah. And Tommy Stafiri goes for a loss. 3:50 left in the third quarter. That takes the ball back to the 13-yard line. It's going to be third down 12. Are you reading something, Holbrook? What are you hearing?
No, I got an email, highly confidential, the man said, so I'll keep it highly confidential, sir.
Must be Matt Evans. By your laugh, it evidently is. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Not much of a play right there. I think you're right, Jeff. Unfortunately, with this type of offense that they run, Trimble County, nice tackle there, led by Cam Sample, number 54. But just almost virtually no hope for this team to get back into this ball game. Just a little over 3 minutes left. It's going to be 4th down, 8. Obviously, I'd be awfully surprised they fake this one, but it'll be a punt. Jordan Duff checks in, as well as Khalil Wilson. Just over 2 minutes, 50 seconds left, third quarter. Bearcats are leading 31-0. He does a pretty good job. He tries to kick it away. That ball's going to go all the way back to the 45, about the 44-yard line of the Bearcats. He was in the end zone and gets a lot of roll, almost kind of a rugby-style kick.
Yeah, he does. That guy's got some power.
Bearcats are going to take over. The offense is going to check in. We're going to stay with you right here. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Bearcats leading 31-0. Hopefully see a few more offensive plays. We certainly don't want to get rusty for our home playoff game next week. Again, we will be online, ihigh.com, 852FX. Next week, kickoff at 7:30. This game's being brought to you by Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team. Patricia Bennett, Tony Bellucci, Heather Poole, protecting and growing clients' money. Give her a call, 502-329-5006. Schultz checks in. It's going to be play action. He's out, ready to pass. It's going to be out to number 23, Jordan Duff. It's complete. He takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line, or 34-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. This first down is being brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE mobile internet.
Michael, back to your mention of next week's game. I thought I heard it was an 8 o'clock start as they travel about as far as possible.
You're right. I apologize.
Kentucky. No, I just want to make sure. I thought that was the case.
You are correct. Penalty's going to go against the Trimble County offsides. He must be playing with his cadence down there, because that's twice that they've done this. No other reason for them to do that. But you are correct. Yeah, Fulton, again, is down there around Paducah as well, the farthest tip of western Kentucky. So it is going to be 8 o'clock kickoff. But we'll be here starting at 7:30. Come online. Hope you'll join us. See our first win for the playoffs this season. After that, we'll head all the way down to Mayfield, Kentucky.
Let's not give them any bulletin board material.
It's going to be Isaiah. He's down to the 20, down to the 15. Slips up about the 14, 13-yard line. We'll call it the 13. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. 2:20. No, we're not. All right, Bearcat fans, we apologize. That's a little technical difficulty. We were 1st and goal from the 1. Isaiah Brents was able to run in for another Bearcat touchdown. It's a fake. 2-point conversion is good. Number 88, Khalil Wilson, complete to number 44, freshman Evan Mock. Nice job, Jeff.
How about that, Evan Mock?
He runs off that field real excited. Good to see him. I know his parents are real proud of him. Susan and Jim Mock. Jim Mock, Evan's father, will actually pitch for the Cincinnati Reds back in the early 70s.
No kidding. That's amazing.
Yeah. Great athlete himself. Played football and baseball. Well, Bearcats take the lead with 1 minute 38 seconds left in the third quarter. It's now 39-0. Well, it's been a great season, Jeff.
Yeah, it has. Lots of scoring, which is what the fans like anyway. Defense
Definitely
has been solid. Great year. Hopefully we can put it together and get a nice playoff run. Let's not get overconfident. Let's make sure we take care of business next week.
That's right.
Before we make any rash plans down the road.
Well, number 25 checks in again. As I mentioned last week, good to see that young man check in quite a bit in the ball game, because that means you're scoring a lot. Excuse me. David Holtgrave. Hopefully he won't kick this one out of bounds. I'm sure Coach Beam has been out there saying, Gravy, keep that ball inbounds. That's a nice kick out there, going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's out to the 12. Nick Gorman's got him. Great single tackle out there by Nick Gorman.
Collier Clay helped pick that up. Marcus Llewellyn also there to clean things.
Number 10, Dylan Steflin. 5'9", 135-pound junior for Trimble County with that return. Ball's going to be marked on the, looks like about the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Trimble County. 1 minute 31 left in the third quarter. Again, the Bearcats are leading 39-0. That's timeout on the field. Timeout Trimble County. Well, with that, we're going to take a short break. Bearcats are leading 1 minute 31 left third quarter, 39.
This game is being streamed by 852FX on iHi.com because of the Verizon 4G LTE hotspot. Thanks to the Verizon wireless connection, 852FX has streaming services where a landline will not reach. Now, 852FX offers streaming broadcasts as well as edited team videos and player profiles.
I don't know. I see what you're saying. But welcome back, Bearcat Nation. Michael Bennett coming to you from the campus of Kentucky Country Day. Alongside me, Jeff Holbrook, as usual. Again, let me mention about the playoffs next week. We will be here at the campus of Kentucky Country Day for our first playoff game starting at 8 o'clock kickoff. We'll be online at 7:30. Run right there by the Trimble County. Number 57. Peter McKay, good to see him out there with a nice tackle.
Joey Ballback just
Joey
going
Ballback, yep.
through that group right there. Nice play. Just read that beautifully. Got through those blockers and demolished that play.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to see Joey or not, Jeff, purely because of the fact, he had surgery on his wrist. They took his cast off, and the doctor promised him he'd be playing that next night, and unfortunately, the pins didn't come out the way they were hoping, so he was supposed to sit out last week and this week, but looks like he's kind of snuck in there to get to play. So, going to be another run play. Number 25, Wyatt Adkins, freshman for Trimble County. Nice little run there, gained of about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down 7.
Hard to tell who made that tackle. Usually when that happens, the last guy to get up on the defense is the guy who made the hit. So Tommy Stafiri was the last one to get up. We'll give him the credit.
There you go. I like that. Well, just under 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock's winding down. Bearcats leading 39-0. Trimble County's got the ball on their own 20. It's 3rd down 7. Again, they run that conservative offense, running the ball constantly. It doesn't look like they got any kind of run there.
I think Ben Rice with the initial, whether he got the first hit or just slowed that play up. Nice play by Ben.
Well, we're going to take a break. That's the end of the third quarter. Bearcats are leading 39-0. This is Bearcat football. Yeah. Welcome back, Bearcat fans. Start of the fourth quarter. Bearcats are leading 39-0. They've done a great job this second half, scoring 29 points. It certainly helps when you have a kickoff return for a touchdown. That was a great run by Benton C. And then, of course, what really made it the difference was the beautiful pass by Robert to Jordan Duff right before the end of the first half. Goes down for a touchdown. Of course, the lead at that time was only 3-0, and that created at halftime the 10-0 lead. But Bearcats have really done a good job.
That point really came back to haunt.
I think you're right. That's a great point.
If they make that extra point, it's a different game.
I think you're absolutely correct. Nice run right there. Tackle's going to be by number 42, Nick Gorman, Cam Sample. And nice run by number 22, Kyle Sparks for Trimble County. Denny Fortney, number 72, comes up slowly. A little bit of a limp there. Number 60, Michael Stocker, checks in for Denny. Ball's going to be placed on the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Trimble County. Just the start of the fourth quarter. A little over 11 minutes, 40 seconds left in the ball game. Nice little adjustment there, but not able to get too much there on the run.
Peter McKay drove the ball back inside, and then I believe Tommy Stafiri
and Ben Rice.
The ball back, yeah.
Able, number 70 out there, and stop them. Gain of about 2 yards. Ball's going to be marked on the 34-yard line of Trimble County. 2nd down, 8. A little over 11 minutes left in the ball game.
All right, Benton C checks in for Nick Gorman. I wonder if that'll be the end of Gorman's tonight.
I don't know, but if it is, I tell you, he's had an incredible career here for the Bearcats. Had a great ball game tonight, and had to run through a lot of he's intercepted. He's down to the 20. Forced out of bounds. I thought he had it all the way down to the house. Who is that?
Keith Miller.
Keith Miller, number 32. Great job, Keith. Good to see him have a big interception as his last regular season home game here for the Bearcats. Now, there is a penalty marker there. Not sure what it was.
It had to be a block.
Oh, they're waving it off. So no flag on the play there. Bearcat offense runs out there. Looks like they're pretty much keeping to the starting team out there. So you got Khalil Wilson, number 88, closest to us out here. Number 23, Jordan Duff. Number 84, Jacob Curry. Lone setback's going to be number 4, Isaiah Brent. So it's timeout. Justin Riscotti, Coach Riscotti's calling timeout on the field. We're going to take a short break. With that, Bearcats leading 39-0. This is Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
You're watching a live broadcast on IHI by 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
Come on now. Let's get it crumbled.
Yeah. 852 FX. Be ready. Fall in. Game on.
Yeah, there you go. Break a clipboard. Well, with 10 minutes, 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter, last home game of the season for the Bearcats. They're leading 39-0 over Trimble County. Seems like the team's loosening up a little bit. Jeff Holbrook. A little bit of changes out there on the field as well. 32, Keith Miller checks in. Isaiah Brents is out, while Tommy Stafiri, number 33, is going to be the lone setback. Nick Gorman checks in. Trips on the side out here closest to us with Jordan Duff, Cleo Wilson. It's going to be run by Tommy, number 33. He's down to the 10, 5, touchdown Bearcats! Nice run there by Tommy Stafiri, number 33.
Hey, great blocking up front right there.
Absolutely.
All opened up by that offensive line. Matt Kircher, Ben Rice, Collier Clay, Michael Stocker. Great job right there by those kids.
Well, it is. I'm glad you mentioned those guys because, you know, those are pretty much the uncredited guys, game in, game out. They do a fantastic job out there.
Nice.
Well, number 25, David Holtgrave checks in again for the point after attempt. 88, Khalil Wilson's ready for the snap. Puts the ball down. It's good. And with that, the Bearcats take now the commanding lead, 46-0 over Trimble County. We're going to take a break. More Bearcat football after these messages. Well, with 10:41 left in the ball game, Bearcats take over 46-0. This game's being brought to you by Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team, Patricia Bennett, the greatest financial advisor in the state of Kentucky, Tony Bellucci, Heather Poole, protecting and growing clients' money. If you need help, give Patricia a call, 502-329-5006. Again, her office line is 502-329-5006. I only need to read that telephone number, Jeff. I've got it memorized. Are you impressed?
I was going to say something earlier, and I decided not to go down that alley.
At least, if I'm not giving the right number out, I better find a place to sleep. I might be in Battery, Louisiana with the Gormans. Nice kick there, all the way down to the 25-yard line by David Holtgrave. Gravy does a good job out there. He's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line. Let's call it 35.
I think you missed that. That's 22. His brother, Mark.
Oh, it was. I apologize. I don't mean to mess up with baby Gravy. Yes, sir. Okay. I appreciate Coach Sullivan. Now it's letting me know it's now a running clock, so the clock will not stop. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Trimble County takes over on their own 36-yard line to be 1st and 10. Starting to see a few of the players check out. Nick Gorman runs quickly off the field. That's the fastest I think I've ever seen him. Little slip up right there by Trimble County. Going to be tackled by number 54, Cam Sample.
Marcus Llewellyn in on that hit.
Good.
Peter McKay.
Boy, you cannot miss Cam Sample out there. My gosh.
Yeah.
He needs a little more pink on.
Got Samad Baridi checks in.
Oh, good. Samad, I tell you what, had a great game at the JV game Monday night. He really, he ran all over the place. Good to see him out there with the varsity team.
I'd like to see him get some carries here in a few minutes.
I think I mentioned earlier, Marcus Llewellyn had an incredible game with their win over Bethlehem this past Monday evening. Number 22 with that run right there.
Good tackle by Keith Miller out there.
Keith Miller did a great job. 22, Kyle Sparks, the junior. Tommy Staferi, a little slow to get up right now. He's still on the ground. There's going to be officials timeout for player injury. It's doesn't look too good for Tommy right now. Hopefully it's not that big of an injury. He can be ready for the ball game next week. Again, the playoffs will be at 8 o'clock next Friday night here on the campus of Kentucky Country Day. We look forward to that ball game against Fulton. Jeff, did you see what happened?
No, I didn't see it.
He's up walking around, so he's got a little bit of a limp there, but hopefully he's okay. You did not?
No, I didn't see it. Didn't get a good angle.
I tell you, even as late as the ball game is, and it being almost 9:30 here in Louisville, Kentucky, it's still got a really good crowd out here.
Yeah, we had a really good night tonight.
Good to see a lot of student support down there, as well as the families.
Yep. It's amazing how well our students and families sort of sit together.
I used to double. Speaking of families, I used to double date with my parents. Did I ever tell you that? That was great because my dad would pay for everything. I didn't have to pay for a thing. Oh, nice run right there. Gets a gain of about 3 yards. Tackles by number 56, Collier Clay. Collier comes from a great family. His sister is a teacher here, former graduate at KCD. Also helps out with the field hockey team. Number 34, Joey Ball, back in 32, Keith Miller, check out. Hey, ball's going to be marked on the 49-yard line with 8:15 left in the ball game. It's 2nd and 8 for Trimble County. It's going to be another run. Nice little run right there. Oh, great tackle.
Marcus
Fluellen. Nice stop right there.
Good job, buddy.
Ball's going to be marked on the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. Just a little over 2 yards. We'll call it 3rd down, 3 yards to go for Trimble County. I expect next time the offense takes the ball, Jeff, I see the JV team getting ready to come out there and get ready to play on the field.
Good news. Got Jay Green up at the top at corner.
Nice run right there for a 1st down. He gets it all the way out to the 39-yard line of the Bearcats.
That Denny Smith, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tackle. Good to see freshman Denny Smith out there. No, I was wrong.
Denny Smith checks in, exactly. 64 is...
Oh, Pappy. How did I miss that?
Alec Papaglia.
Tackle earlier.
All right, plays good for a 1st down for Trimble County. Maybe another run out there. Oh, he's got a good run out there. Gain of about 8 yards. Tackles by number 88, Khalil Wilson. Gain about 7 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down, 3. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ball game. Clock is running since we have our lead of 46-0 in this ball game quickly so we can get out of this cold air, but hopefully not too quickly. I do want to see a few of the other players out there. Oh, nice little play action fake there. Oh, what a tackle by Marcus Fluellen. Beautiful job by number 40. He showed some speed right there, Jeff.
Yeah, that's great. Great play by Marcus. That's a little trickeration right there, trying to fool the Bearcats. Marcus wasn't having any of it. Good disciplined play.
That play goes for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down, just under 5, so we're going to call it 4 yards. Ball's going to be marked on the 34-yard line. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the ball game. I expect they'll if they don't make it here, they'll definitely go for it on 4th down. Try and make a little pride for themselves, get a touchdown before the end of the ball game. It's going to be a big run right there by number 22.
Jay Green, nice job.
Number 22, Kyle Sparks. Jay Green, who's one of the JV players. Freshman, good-looking young man.
Good play, Jay.
Coach Riscotti's very excited about Jay Green. He was proud enough to say, I think Jay Green might be one of the best athletes country has ever had. Has a lot of potential is what Coach Riscotti said.
Wow.
That takes the ball down to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Trimble County. He's back to pass.
Pick it off, Jay.
It's intercepted. Bearcats are going to take over. Intercepted down there on the 5-yard line. Is that Jay Green?
Yeah, it sure was.
Number 82, Jay Green. Correction, he's a sophomore. He's not a freshman. Sophomore. 6'3", 158-pounder. Beautiful catch out there. Nice anticipation. Gives the Bearcats the ball, and I was correct. The JV team on the offensive side is going to check in. Ball will be marked on the 7-yard line. This 1st down is being brought to you by 852 FX Sports Video and Live Streaming and iHigh.com. And one more shout out for my wife, Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Team, Patricia Bennett, Tony Bellucci, Heather Poole, protecting and growing clients' money. Well, we're going to take a timeout with 3:49 left. The Bearcats are leading 46-0. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network.
You're watching a live broadcast on IHI by 852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
One, two, three, come on now. Let's get it from the
852 FX. Be ready, fall in, game on.
Well, we're going to give another compliment to these seniors, Jeff, that we celebrated tonight. Keith Miller, Joey Ballback, Marcus Fluellen, Nick Gorman, Peter McKay, Michael Stocker, Denny Fortney, and Matt Kircher. Great season for these young men. Number 12, Blake Phillips, checks in for the Bearcats as they take Robert Schultz out with this commanding lead. It's going to be a run right there. Nice run out to the 11-yard line. I can't tell who that was.
Keith Miller.
Okay. Number 32, Keith Miller. Tackles by number 22, Kyle Sparks. We've called that name all night. Good-looking young man. Great player. Difficult situation with him. Team's only won 2 games this year. Just a little over 3 minutes left. Ball's going to be placed on the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bearcats. A little confusion out there with the all the different players out there. Got trips to the far side. Blake's in the shotgun position, ready to pass. Oh, it's complete to number 24, Benton C. Oh, nice tackle right there for Trimble County. That's going to take it all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Good pass by Blake Phillips.
Yeah, it was a good pass. Tackles by number 14, Tevin Taylor, 5'8" sophomore for Trimble County. Just a little over 2 minutes left in the ball game. Bearcats leading 46-0. It's going to be complete out to Benton. Benton sees, forced out of bounds by Trimble County. That was number 2, Brian Haney, who's a freshman, 5'2", 125 pounds. Timeout on the field. Timeout, Trimble County. So with that, we're going to take a short break. Come back for more Bearcat football. 1 minute, 55 seconds left in the ball game. This is Bearcat football. Welcome back with 1 minute, 55 seconds left in the ball game. Bearcats are leading 46-0. We're going to go down with a 8th win of the season, I believe, isn't it, Jeff?
I believe that is right, Michael. Nice win for the Bearcats tonight. Played
Yes,
well.
it is. Yes, it is. It's going to be a run play.
Go, Marcus!
Marcus has
Go,
got it out
Marcus!
to the
Go,
45,
Marcus! Go,
40.
Marcus! Go!
He's down to the 30,
Marcus!
20, twin, touchdown, Bearcats! Marcus Fluellen, number 40, beautiful senior, great job by him.
That's great. And, you know, give me the chills right there.
Absolutely. You can't help but cheer for Marcus Fluellen.
Right. Nothing against Trimble County, and I understand that the score's high and you don't like to pat it on, but you know, simple run play right there, and Marcus took it to the house. That's great for him. His first touchdown that I know of, obviously, at the varsity level. And that's something nobody.
Oh, here we go.
Nobody can take it away from him.
Coming over to the The scratch pole, there they go, celebrating with the new pole they put up this week. I think that's terrific. Just a great tribute to that senior right there. Number 57, Peter McKay, give him a big hug right there. Congratulations all around. Emilio comes over, gives him a big high five. Blake Phillips gives him a big high five. Point after attempt is good. It was kicked by number 22, Baby Gravy, Mark Holtgrave. With that, the score is now 53-0 over Trimble County. Well, we'll stay here for a few more minutes since there's just a minute 42 left in the ball game. Just great job by the seniors out there. And good to see these seniors that hadn't been able to play so much this year. Marcus Fluel's one of those guys. Peter McKay, Samad Baridi. What a way to finish the regular season for those guys.
Yeah, that's great. You know, if you remember right, 35 seconds left in the half, and they're lining up to kick a field goal to make it 3-3. You know, and now
which is hard to believe. You're right.
Amazing how we turned it on in the second half. Hopefully, we don't try to do that next week.
Oh, a lot of truth to that, Jeff. We don't want to come out with that kind of a slow start again. But sometimes you come out in the ball game, you are in a lull. You know you're in the playoffs. This game almost means nothing. Kevin Stammerman says it's cold, which I agree, it's cold. But sometimes those things play against you. But they've able to come out here this second half and just dominate. They have scored 43 points this second half. Phenomenal job. And as usual, our team mom, Tammy Gorman, down there taking pictures. Nice kick by number 22, Mark Holtgrave, Baby Gravy. Trimble County's out to the 30. Nice little run right there. It's going to be tackled by number 62, Denny Smith, and number 58.
I think that was
Sam
82.
Yeah.
Jay Green out there. Derek Smith enters the ball game. The Trimble sideline showing some enthusiasm. I'm not sure what they did. I'm not sure we've mentioned Travis Abrams' name tonight, but he's been on the field quite a bit. That's 81. 79, I believe that's Perry Fortney.
It is.
Denny's brother. He may have been on that last offensive line where we should have done a good job of letting them know who was on that.
Well, 45 seconds left. Bearcats are leading 53-0. That should probably do it. It's going to be a pass play. He's out to pass. Oh, it's blocked! Travis Abram did it. It's going to be incomplete. Nice job by Travis.
Yeah, that was nice. Just talk about getting your hands up there earlier. He swiped that thing away from him.
All right, well, that's 15 seconds left. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be incomplete. That should do it. Bearcats win 53-0. It's been a great ball game tonight, Jeff, at least the second half.
Good job, Michael. Good job.
Well, I appreciate your help. I appreciate Chris Price being here at halftime as my Bearcat at the half. And I don't want to go without saying, with this regular season, great job by Tim Green. He's been a fabulous addition to this team since he came here, athletic director, and he's just been a great attribute to this school here at Kentucky Country Day. Certainly do appreciate his assistant coaches, Justin Rascotti, Matthew Jones, Bill Beam, Chad Pinkston, Chris Herrick, Nick Smith, Brent Johnson, trainer Ray Hibbert, and manager Gracie Nilsson, young lady out there that goes to school here, and she's been a huge help coming to all the practices. Headmaster Brad Lyman, Principal Marcia Harris, statistician Joe Mayone's been here every game. Video's been done by Coach Kevin Sullivan, and equipment manager Kevin Sample, Cam Sample's father. He's everywhere with this football team. Certainly do appreciate their help throughout this season. Well, that's it, folks. Bearcats win 53-0. Jeff, appreciate you being here all season with me. You've done a great job.
Oh, you're a good man.
Well, that's it, folks. Next week, 8 o'clock, will be the first playoff game for the Bearcats. Please join us. So long from Kentucky Country Day, 53-0, Bearcats win. This is the Kentucky Country Day Football Network.